Okay, welcome guys. It's Fumble Friday. It's the first one. I've already fumbled. I slept in for the first time for a long time. Actually, it's been a long time since I've done it. I literally just woke up. So yeah, I looked up and thought, oh shit, it's actually after two o'clock. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's just get straight into this one. So I'll just do a summary. So we'll be putting this onto my Dance Tactic Extra channel, I think. I'll sort of put this live stream series across there. So anyway, that was not a great start. So my apologies for the delay. It's funny because I woke up at 12, like 2 hours ago, and thought, oh, I'll just have a snooze. I'll snooze until it's time. Actually, I better change. I haven't done anything, you know. Like, hang on, just bear with me, guys. I have to change the change what this thing is called. Where are we? God, I've yeah, completely, yeah. Anyway, every intention of sort of making sure at least early on this first one. Hi guys, how you all going? Hope you're all doing well. Just pop this into here. I can't spell. Alright, there we go. Dominions. Okay, done. Alright, that's good. Okay, so we've got all that stuff done. Yeah, I just sort of, I haven't even checked. Normally check my emails and do stuff like that, but I don't have time for that today. We just have to get straight into it. Yes, I start saying Fumble Friday is also relevant in real life. I see. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go into it. We're going to start. We're going to create a world in this case, and then we'll just go through it, the whole thing, I think. So I'll do it as a summary because I will be, like, even though I think most of you guys were here yesterday when we were sort of setting it all up, but let's just go through it in some sort of depth. We've got the Wheel of Death back and through here, which is the map that we created on MapNuke. So a fantastic program for sort of building things. And we went with the throne cluster setting. So we've got like a group of thrones in the middle of the map that are where all of the action will take place. So player count 8, throne count 8, province count 289, and provinces per player 36. That's a lot, actually. That's quite big. Hi Cyborg, how are you? And hi everybody else. Should we really have the AI on very after this sort of start? Well, I am very, very tired now, so like I'm going to be very groggy for. I normally give myself about half an hour just to sort of really wake up, but I literally woke up 7 minutes ago. I think 7 or 8 minutes ago. And anyway, it's we'll get there. We'll do it. Just gone okay. So this is going to be called Twitch. So are you doing thugs? What do you mean by thugs? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. They most likely, ultimately, we haven't really had a good look at that. It's our leader. Actually, I'll go through it because our leader is essentially a super combatant, but not as super as I thought that they were going to be. I'll delete the other game. Okay, we'll go Middle Ages. So what we actually have through here is we're going to be playing as Jotunheim, the Iron Woods. I'm going to be playing. I normally play on difficult AI. I'm going to be playing on mighty AI. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 players. Now the actual others. Actually, I'll show you the others when we get into the actual game itself. Very original game name. Yes. That way, at least I know where I'm sort of doing it, because I've had other times when I've had them coming through from, like, you know, for YouTube and stuff like that as well. But also, it's funny because when originally I did the very, very first tutorial for the game when it was launched, and I've had that for sitting on the computer forever, and I've only just deleted that. Like, I actually had one called tutorial, in case it was required, like in case people wanted it, like for so that they had to start for what the tutorial was that I recorded for the game. But no one ever wanted it, so I've gotten rid of it now. Finally, after all that, AI types, I'll just keep them as random. That's just sort of how they actually attack. So let's click on OK in here. So who are we? I think I might maybe we'll just cover this now. I'll spend a bit of time just going through the setup and how things are sort of working for us. So Jotunheim is a land of bitter winters and cool summers. So it's it is a cold scale of 2. It's the home of the Jotuns, which are these guys. These are giants, descended from the Rimtasaur, frost giants of godlike powers, sprung from glacial ice at the dawn of time. So the Rimtasaurs are the they're the ones that I think that were defeated by these primordial giants were hunted and slain by Thor, essentially. Thunder and lightning still recognise their old quarry, and the Jotuns greatly fear the wielders of lightning bolts. So we actually do have, if I click on any of these guys and actually have a bit of a look at them, you'll see that they've got susceptible to shock. So they've all got this susceptible to shock ability, or this not an ability, a negative, what's it called? A nerf? No, it's not that either. A malus. Okay, so Jotuns are stronger and tougher than other giant races, and they're almost impervious to the colds of winter. So again, the cold scale. Jotunheim has no king and is ruled by several jarls who regularly join forces. So, where are the jarls? Yeah, here we go. Jotun jarls back and through here. Jotun Goad, Jotun Hearse. So that's a jarl there, which is basically a large giant. We'll have a look at these in some detail. Leadership of 80. So these are the guys that sort of are in charge. Okay, so where are we? Jotunheim, has no king, ruled by several jarls who rarely join forces. So what are we up to? We've got a question there. Istar saying, is the jarl the best commander? It should be. That's in terms of numbers. These guys, 40, 60 isn't too bad for the Jotun Hearse. Yeah, and then these guys won't be great command. The other one's an 80 as well. The Thrimsgold. And what have we got at the back through here? 40, yeah. So 80 looks to be about as good as we're going to get. Jarl is pronounced... Jarl is pronounced Jarl, says Murderdog. Yeah, I'll call him Jarls. Oh, well. Okay, I'll try to pronounce the sound. It's funny because I still don't know. It's like Jaegers, the Jaeger fighters. I always thought that they were Jaegers, like forever, and because I've only ever sort of seen them written, and it was only, I don't know, the last 5 or 6 years that I realised that they were actually Jaegers. So anyway, okay, so where are we up to? So Phil Stricker saying I've been looking forward to this playthrough. Yeah, it should be fun actually. This should be good, a good time, I think. So in the heart of Jotunheim, there we go. So I've been calling it Jotunheim. So it's Jotunheim lies the ancient forest of iron and ice, and that's what this is here. Iron Woods and Thrimsheim, and through this side as well. So here live the Jan Vidja, the Gaijers, and from an earlier era, endowed with unequaled sorcerous powers. So if we have a look at this stuff in through here, these are where we recruit the Jan Vidja back through here, and the Ulfheden in through this side. So 2 of the heroes that we actually have are from there. We also have 2 death gems, 1 astral, 1 nature gem coming from that one, and then this one over through here gives us the Thrimsgoad is recruited from this particular mountain, and the Thrimshiding is in through this way as well, and we get 1 water gem from here. Where are we? They are served by the Vatir, which are a small wicked goblin in the Jotun woodlands. The Vatir rarely venture outside the woodlands, but do join the armies of Jotunheim when the Gaijers bid them to. The people of Jotunheim prefer to live in very cold provinces. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we're dealing with there. These are this is the basic Vaiti back into here, which are the little goblins So this is, if we start from here, I guess we'll start from small and work our way up, and just like trying to figure out what we actually want to have in through this side. So these guys are only size 1. Now the way that the game works, and I will sort of spend some time just sort of talking about how different things happen with this one. Each square can have up to size 6. If I click on that, it will tell me what's going on. So the size value indicates how large the unit is. A small dog is size 1, a human is size 2, a horse size 3, a giant size 4, and only the largest monsters are size 5 and 6. Each square in the combat has enough space for 6 hit points, or 3 humans, or 6 of these guys. So we can put 6 into here. So these are essentially essentially they're sort of like halflings and goblins will be size 1, and as I sort of said, like a small dog. So these are small, very, very small, but I can get 2 of these per square. And the thing with these is that they've actually got a spear at length 3. And so the weapon length, it can be important. Where is it through here? If I have a look at this one here, it's good to have a longer weapon than your opponent. The unit has a longer weapon. It will be able to repel the enemy when he tries to attack. Attack skill is used against the enemy's defense skill to determine whether the repel is successful or not. A successful repel will not cause any damage, but the enemy loses his attack unless he forces an attack by making a successful morale check and then taking 1 point of damage. Units with size 4 plus will receive 1 point length bonus to any weapon that has length 1 or more. So that's why length is important in this instance. It's got the spear at length 3 is actually not too bad. So even though they're tiny, and the fact that they're size 1 is actually very important as well. So they're the important things. Very cheap for us to create. Hit points are poor. The map move is only 10, so they're going to be slow. That's going to be the trick, is trying to sort of figure out how to make these things sort of work in with the giants. Probably have to have them as a wave that comes in behind the giants. Yep, so hit points are very low at 8, so 1 hit, they're basically destroyed. Strength 9, which is not too bad actually. I mean, the average is 10. Back in through there. Protection of 8, defense of 12. Now, protection is your armor and defense is your dodge. So protection is coming down. They've got full leather armor, they've got shields, and they've got leather caps. So they are fairly well protected, like they've got reasonable protection there at 8. If we have a look at this one through here, so protection values ranging from 3 to 10, while knights will have protection of 20 or more. So you can see that the higher the level of armor, the better off everything actually is. Defense skill of 12, this is your dodge, as I say. So you've got a basic defense skill of 10, armor plus shield defense modifiers -2, shield parry +4, and so that gives us basically the current defense and parry skill of -2. So the weight of the armor comes off the basic defense skill, and then having a shield then adds to that. So if we have a look, for example, at their other friend over here, actually combat speed is only 8. So this is the determines how fast the unit moves in combat, and this will be important. We don't want them in front of our giants, but we want them to come through. And so if we have a look at one of the giants, let's have a look at one of the basic giants in through here, this Jotun spearmen as an example, because we just compare the 2 different sort of spearmen. So these guys are size 4. So once again, 6 is the maximum, so you can only have 1 giant per square. So if you had 1 giant, you can have 2 of the Vati in with him. So you can have like 1 giant with 2 of the little goblin creatures at his feet. And so that then gives us the 6, which can really help to flesh out an attack. It will also then, like you can see, this one's only got length 4 weapon in through this side. It's length 3 normally, this particular spear, but it goes to length 4 because this is super long, because this guy's a giant. Have a look and see like his sort of stats. We've got gold of 30, resources 39. He's using chainmail, half helmets, and a shield. So his protection is really, really high at 19. So he's getting all of this because of the armor that he actually has. And so he can take some punishment, but the defense skill that he actually has is only 11. So he's got a base of 10. It's negative modifier from this one from -3 because it's a little bit heavier than the leather. Shield parry +4. Current defense is 11. So Sickness in saying, have you by chance a newer version of Distant Worlds Bacon mod? I haven't. No, I haven't bothered with it because Distant Worlds 2 is sort of on the way now. So I know that there was some problems with the bacon mod at one point, and I saw that there was some comments there saying that it wasn't working properly, but it's too hard to try to find it, to be honest, at this stage. I'm not going to. I won't. Unless Distant Worlds 2 is delayed a lot, I don't think I'll come back to that. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, that's the defense skill of the Jotun Spearman. Now you'll see that again, very very good protection that we sort of have in through here, and so the protection is often just sort of like a bit of a mishmash of the actual protection amounts that we see through this side. It gives us like a defense. You can see that's the -3 defense skills that we actually had. We've got the parry value for the shield back in through there. So this one is using very much similar equipment. And then it's also got armor encumbrance, so it does slow it down a little bit. But the combat speed is a lot more than what the Vati is. So so these guys can actually move faster than the Vati. Map move of 12. I could just mix them in with these sort of guys. You know, like having a group of these with the Vati with the in the mix would actually be okay. Do you have a ballpark date when Distant Worlds 2 will be released? Like next year, 10 more years? Look, I would be like, and I don't know, and it's I don't know the answer. I know it's not ready yet. It's probably. I know that they did actually have it publicised that it was going to be coming out in July, and now they're just saying it's in beta because it's very very good, but it's and making big inroads into it, but there's no actual date yet, and they're not going to release it until it's ready, and I think that's a good idea. Okay, so Seekner said to bad. The download links are down since over a week, and I tried to find a file download somewhere with, but no luck. Yeah, no, it should be still there. The link should still be there. Oh, here we go. So you've named the prophet Tatterdemalion, please. Okay, no worries, Cyborg. Official way to release, but I somewhat doubt it. So, okay, I've got to change my. Like I should actually have when someone does redeem stuff. That's. I thought I had like a setting where it was going to find the word redeemed, but it hasn't. It hasn't. Yeah, so Seaton is then saying official release was July, but I somewhat doubt it. Yeah, no, it won't be July, I'm pretty sure. I think there's, as I say, it's very, very impressive what they've got. It's very fast as well. Like, it's a very, very fast game, Distant Worlds 2. So, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. It's one of those things I've been on the beta test for it, so I can't talk much about the game, but it's, but I've also haven't played it for probably a month now, just because I'm wanting to come back into it with another fresh set of eyes, sort of probably in the coming weeks or so, just to have a look and see where it actually is again, just to just get a bit of a feel for it. Okay, anyway, that's the basic spearman that we actually have in through there. Then we sort of have like different sorts of things, but like the spearman is good at sort of pushing things back. So these are quite defensive. And then we have another one through here, the Jotun Axeman is the other sort of guy. And so he has the same kit back in through here, the chainmail hauberk, half helmet and shield. And so he'll have the same protection, and actually his defense is a little bit worse. And that will be because of the shield. He's got the shield. Hang on, he's got the shield. What is that? Weapon defense modifiers, -1. So his weapon is the problem in through here. And so he's only got a length of 2 in through here. This would normally be a length 1. Attack of 10, 29 damage. So they do a lot of damage. Cost basically the same. So it's just a different sort of weapon. And so an axe is damage 8. Defense -1, length 1, made of iron. And if we have a look at the spears, these have got less damage that they actually do in through here. So these do a damage of 3. So what happens though is the strength is then applied. So the strength is sort of also then used to add to the like the 3 damage that the spear would normally do. Strength is added to it. So that's why it's not that markedly different. Like if we had axemen down in the Vati, where their strength is only 9, it would be dramatically different to have like a 12 for the, well, actually I was just doing that in my head, a 12 for the spear as opposed to a 17 for the axe. So the axe would do like percentage-wise a lot more damage, but it wouldn't have the defense value. Okay, so by the way, tattered Malian means a ragged fellow. Oh, there we go. Okay, all right, cool. So I don't know who we're going. It'll be whoever we actually have in the fortress when we do get started. So they're our basic troops. We do actually have some Vati archers, which I'll probably be using a little bit, I think. These have got daggers, so they do still do reasonable damage, but length 0. They've got full leather armor and leather caps, no shielding, so their protection is going to be lower. Their defense skill is low as well. They've got a short bow, so they've got the range 35, attack 10, damage 9, so not very low damage, but again enough just to sort of be a bit of a pain in the bum. So we will still make use of those. And if we have a look at their precision is 10, which is average. So that's actually okay. Again, very, very cheap to get these little guys. So that's not going to be any sort of real problem there. We also have Wolf Riders. And so these are like a cavalry where they've got a very high combat speed. But these, again, are going to be quite weak. The only 8 hit points, strength of 9. So they do actually have spear, and then the wolves themselves will be biting as well. And so it's very similar to the spearmen, but on wolfback. These are stealthy. Not that we'll probably use that all that much, to be honest. Are they stealthy? Yeah, they are. Okay, they're all just stealthy 40. Stealth 40 is not all that good. So stealthy troops can pass undetected through enemy territory. The value is an estimate of the number of patrollers required to have a 50% chance of discovering the stealthy unit. So it's but often it's if they go into any built up area, they will be found. So 40 is not fantastic really. And that's as good as we actually have. So do our Jotun scouts? They don't have any leadership abilities whatsoever. They're only 40 as well. So this is actually the giant version of the scouts. But I don't think I've got anything else that's stealthy. Oh, this one's got leadership 40. So I can lead raids with these guys if we needed to. So this is like a raider or pillager, very effective at pillaging, which I'm not going to be again wanting to do unless I'm miles away from home. So they're not going to be used. I'm not going to be really using these much at all. It's in terms of the rest that we actually have, the other ones that I guess are of interest. We've got the javelinist in through here. You can see the little javelins on his back, and so this is an axeman with some javelin. So he's got only 2 javelins to throw, and the base damage is only 2. Add in your strength of 21, and then you've got the 23 damage. This is reasonable, actually. It's range 21, so I will make use of some of these, but not very many. It's just going to be that the gold and resources cost is reasonably high. So that's sort of where we are with those. Precision is still only 10, but these will at least have a ranged attack, and then we've got the leather. They're wearing leather, so their protection is much lower than, for example, the friend next door. Like the protection is 19 here, over through here. All right, so then we have the Jotun hurlers. Now, these are siege. They've got a siege bonus. Now, we probably won't need this. These are only range 7, but do a lot of damage, and this is blunt damage. I can't see us using these. We've only got 2 damage there as well. Again, leather. We've got a small hand axe, but that's the ability is really just this. Like it's high damage for the actual boulder itself. I don't know. I can't see us using those much at all. Then we've got the Huskarl, which are ringmail hauberks. So we're starting to sort of get beyond the chainmail now. Full iron caps, shields. So our defense and protection. Actually, it's less than the others because we do have the shield there as well. Ringmail. I thought ringmail would actually be better than chainmail. These, how do they compare to these guys? You've got the chainmail hauberk in through there, which has got better protections by the looks of things. Your defense is lower. Okay, so these slow them down. This is heavy. These are a little bit cheaper, a little bit higher in resources. The ringmail back and through here, the resource cost is low and the gold is up. Okay, so they have slightly better dodge factors because of the weight, the lack of weight, but they have lower protection is sort of how they sort of then do work. Again, same damage sort of that they deal with back over through here. These are good bodyguard units, so we can use them to protect our units. So that will be probably what we use them for. Then we've got the Godi Huskal, which has also got the javelins. So these got spears and javelins. So the same sort of deal as we had there before. Again, high gold, reasonable resources, but gold will be more important than resources slightly. So the leader that we have actually reflects that. These are good bodyguards as well, but I don't know, range 21 Javelineers, I'll probably go with the Axemen, I think, as bodyguards, because usually it's going to be flying creatures that will come in behind. As we start to get into our high-level guys, we've got the Jotun Herdman back in through here with a broadsword, chainmail hauberk, iron cap, and shield. So we're now looking at protection, not quite as good as the other one, but very high defense skills. Gold and resources are now costing a lot more. We've got a broadsword, which does more damage, and everything else is pretty much the same. These are also potential bodyguard units. Actually, that wouldn't be too bad. Then we have the Ulfheden, can only be recruited in the capital. So most of these can all be recruited wherever we have a fortress. But the Ulfheden are the giants that... these are shape-shifting giants. So they become a beast wolf, can change shape to a beast wolf. So in the fights, these have actually only got furs and leather caps. So their protection is very, very low. So when we have a look at this, their defense is low, their protection is low. They do actually have forest survival, so they can they can scavenge in the forests. They have snow move, cold resistant, of course, but they regenerate at 10%. So they have a hit points of 40, so they get every single turn in combat. If they take damage, they regenerate 4 hit points per turn. If they can survive, if they can sort of just keep in the fight, then they'll be okay. So these are fairly good. The gold cost is very, very high, but the resource cost, because only furs that we have to really get, furs and just a basic spear, it's very, very low for the actual resources to get these guys. So this will be an interesting one to actually have. We can't make this a backbone of our force, but it can be an additional part of the force. And if we end up with a lot of gold, then we'll get a lot of these guys. Then finally and they can only be recruited in the capital, and then we have the Thrums herding back and through here as well. And this is the strongest of the different units. And this is the only sacred that we actually have in our base troops. So we're not going to be bothering with sacred sort of forces. And so these are high gold and fairly high resource cost as well. They've got a broadsword, chainmail hauberk. You can see it's not dramatically different than what we've already seen with the others. The difference is what the skill set this one has. So if we were going with a sacred sort of aspect to it, then we would actually push this one forward. They're all susceptible to shock, cold resistant. This one sends a chill out around it. So the creature is surrounded by a natural cold. The cold is most intense during snowy weather and in cold provinces. So it sort of will impact units that it's fighting. So we'll get some of these, but this is expensive. For what they do, it's expensive. Snow move, we can move through the snow. Ice protection, is high protection value the colder the province is. So warm provinces will reduce the protection value instead. So this is our only sacred unit. So this is the only unit that can really be blessed and receive, like if we went with a blessed strategy, this is the only unit that would actually receive that strategy. So it's not really worth it. Nothing else down along here has got that. I've skipped over some of them, but you get the gist anyway of what they actually are. Now, as far as our leaders are concerned, we saw the Raider Chief back and through this side. We also then have a Scout that doesn't have any sort of leadership. So this one is literally just a Scout that can sort of go through. Not great, but we will still need a Scout. This one is sacred. Some of these will be sacred, the actual leaders, but again, it's really, you want numbers of your, to have a blessed strategy. So this one here has got the javelins. It'll have 2 of those, I guess. Yep, 2 of those. Damage is 24. So this will be like high gold, low resources. It's just got leather cap and furs. So it's very similar to the to these what are they called? The Ulfheden. So it's similar in sort of deck out, but not in abilities. This one doesn't change into anything else. It's got good survival. So this is what we'll be using for scouting. We've seen the raider already. Then we've got our basic leaders back in through here. And so these guys have got like reasonable leadership, no magic leadership, which doesn't really matter. Warriors, again, these are sacred. Similar sort of setup to what we saw there before. So very, very similar to the basic guys that we sort of saw down this way. In fact, is there any that have got the swords? They're going to be similar to what we sort of see back over this way over here. Then we've got the Jotun Goats, which have only got leadership of 40. That would tend to show that they may have. This has got reinforced leather, full leather armor. Why would they be? Why would we? Oh, this is our priest. Okay, that's why. So this is a level 2 priest. This is about as high in priesthood as we're going to actually have with our giants. So the Jotun Goats are going to be, they're essentially our priest area where they have lower protection. They still have the broadsword. Still costs a lot in gold. Recruitment points are only 2. That's okay. Actually, what was the other one that they had? Oh, undead leader, that's okay. No, I just glanced at it and thought, oh, that's different, but it's not. Then we have the Jotun Jarls, and so these are our main leaders with the 80. They're a priest level 1, which is useful, and these are also sacred if we did go with a blessed strategy. We can thug these out. They've got iron caps, chainmail hauberks and shields. We've got such good protection anyway. Like it's really thugging these things out is not going to take much to get a very, very strong giant. And so, but these ones are our main sort of leadership. And then what do we have? We've then got the Vati Hags, which are very poor, inept researcher at -2. So they only research at 5, but they're pretty cheap. The problem with them is that they still cost 2 recruitment points. So they're still going to chew up. I would only get these if I really had nothing else to actually get. They start off at old. So the old age for the goblin starts at 100, and these start off at 106. So I can't see us using them. I really can't see us using them. And particularly the strategy that we have gone for, which we'll talk about in just a minute. The Gaijas are our basic magic user. And so these are still only 2 recruitment points. A lot of gold, but hardly any resources. They're not going to be fighting. Not much anyway. We've got Fortune Teller. We've got Supply Bonus, which is actually good. These ones do come in with Nature Mage. Now, what we're going to be wanting here is we want to get a Nature 2 one of these guys. And so if we have a look and see what they end up bringing, we've got a 100% chance. So there's a 1 in 4 chance of us getting a nature, like a second nature, to boost nature in through here. So we'll be wanting to get that one reasonably early, just so we can start to sort of do things with the nature spells. Like from there we can then get the Thistle Mace, which will then boost it to level 3, and then we can start to then get the cauldrons, like the big cauldrons of broth, to then have supply bonuses, so we can end up with lots of giants in the armies. So that will be the basic strategy for these guys. They'll be very, very useful. Then we have the Jotun Scratty, which is also fairly high level in water and blood, and also then has a chance of picking up other things. So these are the Shapeshifter, low leadership but high magic leadership. So these are probably more battle leaders than actual researchers, but they still research at a good rate. Again, very high gold, 4 recruitment points. It'll take 2 turns to get one of these guys. So, and these do sort of shapeshift across into a Jotun werewolf, which is the same as the other guys. Less HP. Yeah. So if we have magical units, then this will be the leader for those. Then finally we have the last 2. So we've then got the Grimsgoad. So this is also a priest level, but with a chainmail hauberk, but with an open head. So again, 4 recruitment points, a bit of water in through there, a little bit of extras that it can sort of pick up in through that side. Doesn't sort of research all that well. Cold power of 1, so this unit is more powerful in cold provinces. Now that will actually impact, but I don't think that, again, it's sort of a mishmash of all sorts of things. Very high leadership. Probably this one would ultimately be like technically the leader is of the actual giants themselves. Yeah. So anyway, that's sort of someone that we could bring in at some point. Yeah, I don't see that really being something we focus on though. not with 4 recruitment points. That's going to be a bit of a negative. And then we've got the Jan Vida back in through here. Again, we've got very interesting. We've got 4 recruitment points back in through here. So the last ones we've looked at are going to be slow to recruit. High gold, very high gold, high resources. We've got 3. We've got a chance to really sort of pick up some weird and wonderful paths through here. So we'll be wanting to get these when I can start to afford to get them, because they're going to really be boosting things along. We've got the 17 research base, plus we have extras because that will then sort of come through. Cold resistance, snow move, forest survival, supply bonus. These ones start off old. Now the old age for these things is normally 475 and they're 660. They're also fortune tellers, so this unit can prevent bad events. Now that's good. I mean, we've got other ones that have got that as well. Death curse. So anyone killing this being will be cursed for the rest of his life. It's not possible to resist the effect. Not really going to impact us. We're not going to sort of see these out and about that much. An adept crossbreeder. So an adept crossbreeder will cause more subjects to survive the crossbreeding ritual, and there will also be an increased chance of getting extraordinary results. The bonus will also helps with the infernal breeding ritual, but at a reduced level. Again, not something I'm really going to be focusing on. So these later guys will be later in the game when we sort of bring those out. Okay, so that's the Jotunheim. So we've spent a fair bit of time just going through what we are playing as. One thing we can do through here is we can now sort of see that we've got the military of giants, goblins and wolf riders. Now the wolf riders, I can't see us really making much use of those. These guys here have got a combat speed of 13, which is not very high. The basic giants, combat speed of 12. These guys in through here, combat speed of 8. The wolf riders, it's the only aspect that these things have is the high combat speed of 22. It's the only thing going for them, and I can't see that being a game changer. I mean, it may be as a rating stack, but we're going to be replacing them time after time. I mean, it'll be good if we end up with some low level guys at the back, you know. And that will happen a fair bit. But then there'll be other groups where there's going to be some really strong units at the back, and then these will just be absolutely wiped out. So maybe we'll sort of use some of them. What's their cost? It's still pretty low. Okay, so we'll click on OK there. Now we have the actual god itself. Now we're going to be loading in a pretender god, and I'll just load it in so you can see it. We've called it Dasilic. We sort of worked on this one yesterday. Oh, hang on, just cancel that. Cancel. I'll just set this one up again, sorry. Mighty AIs, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jotunheim. Okay. I'll just build what I can remember that we actually had. So just to summarize again, now we're playing with Dominions Enhanced, which is a mod, which sort of adds in a few other sorts of little gods and things like this. So when we had a look yesterday, the Dominion 4 are inanimate, so these don't move around. These are sort of basically stay static, usually inside the capital. You can eventually move them around through magic, but they're not designed for that. These are like trees or rocks, statues, fountains, things like this, where you end up with start off with a high dominion of like 4, high-ish anyway, and sort of then move from there. So they tend to be good if you're a new player, just so that you don't actually throw away your leaders, because it's very easy to get the others destroyed. So these tend to be sort of sitting back. You often start the game with these, like if you wanted to have like a high bless strategy, it usually gives you enough points to be able to go in a very specific path down through that particular side. So I've missed so many of the comments, guys, but anyway, I'll keep on going. Oh, there we go. So Tiny Frog was saying Ulf equals Old Norse for wolf, or Ulv in modern Swedish. There we are. So we've got Dominion 4 up and through here. We're not going to be touching any of those, but for the simple reason, when we were skimming through, see down the bottom there, it's got the, it tells you what it is and then the points. But certain creatures, like for example the Ice Giant, will have reduced by 20 points for this nation. So we end up with it being cheaper than other nations to have these sorts of creatures. Now, the Dominions 3 are our Titans, so these are sort of like demigods. Very, very strong units, but it's very hard to change the paths that you actually have. And again, we had nothing. I thought the Vaga and these sorts and this son of Nephil were going to be viable for us to have a bit of a look at, but we don't get any benefit from those. So I didn't bother about the Titans back and through this side, and these tend to be your super combatants. Then we have the Dominion 2, which are pretty much just beasts. And so the beasts are super combatants. So these are usually very, very strong. And they're usually combat-wise and more mundane combat-wise, sort of stronger than other creatures. Now, the one we went through for is this Dracolich back in through here, which is an undead dragon. And it's we get the 20-point reduction for the nation. Now, this thing can change into a bog mummy. So the bog mummy has got death and blood magic available to it. Does sort of limited research back in through this side. Still got fear and all these sorts of things, but this is sort of this is the other benefit of going with the Dracolich is we can go back into like having a magic user. We have or a 2-death guy back over here with research ability of 9. And so the Dracolich is a shape changer to the bog mummy. There we see it in through there. It's a flying unit. So if we have a look at this guy, we've got the cost is 200 of the actual points. So we get it slightly less because of our faction. The hit points are 180, so we've got a hell of a lot of hit points. Strength is high, so the strength gets added to all of these others. So the bite, for example, is based of 2. Add your 27 strength, you're getting 29. So we've got bites, claws, tail sweep. We also have plague breath. And so what this is like a magical breath. So magic resistance does negate this, doesn't affect inanimate beings. Area of effect is beam, so minimum of 10 squares. So this one goes out and sort of goes across a large area. Range strength is divided by 2, so the maximum distance in squares that this weapon can fire. So it's strength divided by 2, which is fairly long. Precision 0, ammunition 5, so I can do it 5 times in the battle. This unit is sometimes used in melee. So extra effect is area fear. So when we have the fear factor, fear is going to be quite big. So damage will be fear. It's magic damage, but doesn't actually do any real damage. But this will make units run away. So this is sort of something we're going to have to try to rely on a little bit for this guy. This guy is not a world beater as such. So where are we up to? Sorry, I just saw a little notice come up somewhere. I'm in the right spot, aren't I? I'm just thinking, I just saw something from Slytherin show up, but it's I don't know why that came up there. Anyway, okay, area of effect 10. So this attack will affect everyone inside the area of effect. The area of effect will hit 1 square. Usually 3 human-sized opponents are affected. This should make things run away in fear if we can. So it's not going to be all that effective against undead, but it will actually. But everything else, it should be fairly good. So anyway, this should be a fun one to play. What else will just have? It's a poor amphibian, so it can go into the water. It does or natively has a fear of 17, which is very, very high. So this is going to sort of then cause again morale problems for the enemy. It's pierce resistant because it's undead. Poison resistant because it's undead, so it won't take damage from poisons. It's cold resistant, of course. It is undead. It's inanimate. So inanimate beings are dead things animated by strong magic. They lack life force and are unaffected by certain spells such as life drain, sleep, and polymorph. So this thing will be good against a lot of different sorts of creatures. It doesn't eat because it is dead. This one's immortal. This is actually the reason we ended up going with this particular one. Other than the other one was the frost dragon, but this one here, the immortality. If an immortal being dies, it is swiftly rise from the dead and return to its home province. The immortal one will stay dead if its home has been conquered by enemies. The body will take about 3 months to reform, and the process will get rid of most afflictions. Immortality does not work on other planes, but it doesn't matter where we are. We don't have to even be in our own dominion for this to work. So even if we lose it, it will then come back. Any problems that it's had while it's been alive will then be sort of sorted out, and then it'll appear back at the home province after 3 months. So this is something we don't even have to pray to bring it back. So this is something we can just use and have it die. It will then resurrect itself back in the capital. So that's of great value. And I think for a new player as well, that's a really, really good aspect to look at, because it just means that if you make a mistake, you've got 3 months. It's going to cost you 3 months of doing other things. You've then got flying through here as well. You've got the snow move. You've got the recuperation. So recuperation, this unit heals its afflictions over time. Recuperation loses its effect once the unit gets old. Now, we're not old, of course. We're undead. So even if we lose limbs and things like this, it will actually heal itself. Like if we end up with battle afflictions, unless we actually kill it off and then resurrect and get the immortality back again, it will actually heal them anyway. It's got spirit sight, so it can see in the dark, and it's also disease resistant, so it's not going to get diseases. So it's saying immortality does not work on other planes. Is that just flavor text, or is there actual other planes of existence in Dominions? And then Tiny Frog saying the arena battles is another plane, I think. I don't know, actually. I didn't think of the arena battles, because I was trying to think, are there other planes? It's funny that it would say that. So it says the skills reduced when casting spells from paths other than death. Therefore, it tends to adopt the shape of a bog mummy in battle. Hang on. The Dracolic is a dragon that was once highly skilled in death magic. When it died, its power over death saved it from becoming permanently dead. Ever since, it has managed to stay alive in a state of undeath. The shape of the Dracolic is not suited for spell casting. They have their skills reduced when casting spells from paths other than death. Therefore, it tends to adopt the shape of the bog mummy in battle. I can't see us adopting that shape in battle, to be honest. This is just too powerful. The bog mummy, it's only got a quarterstaff. Still does damage, but it would only be if we wanted to sort of do some sort of spell casting, which I can't sort of see that really being anything that we do. You can see through here, new magic paths are going to cost 80. Okay, so let's just bring this one in. I've got one saved up, but essentially, because we don't actually have any blessable troops in any great numbers, going with a bless strategy is not going to be something we have to worry about. So we decided not to bother with bless strategy. What we did go is, and we want this guy awake because we want this one to start to grab provinces right from the start of the game. This is going to be our main thug at the start, or main super combatant at the start, just to go off on its own and pick up provinces. So we're going to be able to, from turn one, unless we strike a province with knights or something like that, this thing should be able to take over most provinces on its own, in the early part of the game anyway. So we want this one awake. So definitely want that. We've got 225 points left to spend. And so it really just comes down to how we're going to use these points down in here. And so, and if I start to push any other path other than death, like if I went for nature, I end up with so many less points because the first one cost me 80. So that's not really what we want to do. And really, once we get into the bless effects, there's just nothing here that really is all that valuable. So that's just not going to happen. We're not going to worry about the bless effects at all. Also not going to worry about magic at all. Like if I press, I can do a few different things. If I press the B key, I then get all the different blesses to sort of start to be able to plan what the different blesses actually are. Again, doesn't affect us, so we don't have to worry about that one. If I press S, I can then look at all the different spells. And we had a bit of a look through this yesterday just to see if, are there conjurations that are going to be valuable that we should be aiming for? Are there certain things where, like if I press D now, I can look at the death spells, for example, and think, do I need death 3 for anything in through here? And I don't. There's really not much in here that's of any great value to me. If I go to alteration with death spells, there's just nothing much in through this side. Like we start to sort of see things come up at higher levels, but there's nothing really that I need. So magic is not an important aspect for us. Like research is not that important for us, to be honest. So, I mean, I still want to do it, but it's going to be mainly decking out the giants with magical equipment. It's probably going to be where we're going to head with stuff. So evocation, again, there's not much there. Construction, of course, we definitely want to go with those. Enchantment, back in through this side, is ray skeletons and things like this. Yeah, that's okay. It's not great. Doesn't really matter that much. So nothing really matters that much with going this particular area. There's just not really a lot for us with the death magic, for it to do anything. So that's not really going to be a consideration, which means that we then have a lot of points where all we're going to be doing is trying to build giants. So that means what we need income, we need gold. We saw that gold was more important in production. One thing that's always nice to go for, if you can get Fortune 3, It does give you luck 30% and events plus 15%. So we will end up with more lucky events by doing that one there. I'll just move that one back. We can go either high magic, where we get magic, like research goes up by 1 research point. But if we don't need it, this is actually where we thought, actually, we can make use of this. Because we're not going to be focusing on magic, we can actually go into drain and get more. I can right click on that and get even more points if I wanted to, by just going for the drain aspect of magic. Growth also, if we do this one, we get slightly more income, which is going to be important. Supplies go up and growth goes up. I was originally thinking of going the other way and going into death, having the income go down a little bit, but really this is the area where we can make our inroads rather than doing anything with growth. We then have hot or cold. If I right click, I can then take this one up to cold 3. So this will then take it beyond where we're comfortable, but it does give me the extra point. So that's a bit of a no-brainer just to take that to cold 3. Income goes to -5, and supplies go to -10, but it does give me the extra points. So why not? Let's just do that. Then we've got the 2, I'll just get that one back to there so you can see the difference. Then we have productivity and sloth in through this side. So if I go to high productivity, you'll see that the resources come up really, really high. Now, if we had a situation where the gold was less than the resources predominantly for our forces, then we would want to be having as high resource as possible. So we would sort of go like level 3, that's as high as it goes, and to get all of these different resources coming from the provinces. But for us, it's actually income. So this is actually our best income is coming from order. And so we've got income +3, unrest reduction goes down, recruitment points goes up. That's also going to be very, very important for us. And so, and resources go up a little bit with this one, events go down. So I can't remember exactly what we ended up with, but I think it was something like 2, I don't know if we did any of those. Definitely went for 3 there, went for 3 there, took that one backwards, took this to Dominions 4, that's still 84. Must have gone there, 44, what else did we do? It was something like this. I think it was something like this. Anyway, we'll be able to see that when we get into the actual game itself. So Zasfer is in saying rushes with Hellbless Van Thugs. No Van with this particular run through. Anyway, that's sort of the thinking that we actually had through here, to be able to then sort of boost our income a little bit, boost the resources quite a bit in through here as well. Recruitment points going up a lot. Supplies goes down a little bit. This is why we need to have the nature magic to be able to then sort of help with having like groups of giants. The events goes up, and the luck of the events is high, and then the research is down. So that's sort of where we were, but we built one. So this is it here. That was all the thinking behind that particular one through there. I'm going to put in story events. Do we want that? Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you want story events on or off? Just let that one go through. I'll talk about the Thrones of Ascension in the meantime, then we'll have a quick look and see what you guys think. So story events add variety to the game by enabling event sequences that go for a longer time. Some of these events are very powerful and might be too disruptive for a multiplayer game. Where was it? Drop an order to get rid of that misfortune. Yeah, there's no misfortune. We've got no misfortune here. It's like, everything has been designed so for good luck. Story events on. Yeah, there we go. So a few of you are saying leave it on. Done. Now we've got minor story events and we have all story events. So now you need to say whether it's going to be minor or all, please. I'm going to put on the score graphs. I know that you guys like them on, and so I'll put them on for now. It doesn't really make a massive difference. All it does is it just means you don't have to have spies in the enemy capitals, which we won't have anyway. So we don't have anything that can do that one. All story events and common. Okay, so all story events are in through there. Random events are rare. I don't want it going crazy. I think I'm going to keep that on rare, sorry. I'm going to keep that on rare. Okay, so then we have the renaming is allowed. Absolutely. And we've already got our first name has already been given, so we'll have to go back and grab that one fairly soon. Now, Thrones of Ascension. What we're going to do here is we have 8 thrones. So we're going to go and I'm going to get rid of all the throne level 1s. Because of the layout on the map, I'm going to make all 8 thrones. So actually, where is it? We need 8 thrones in through there, level 2s. So we won't have any level 3s. Or do we? Do I put in... No, I think I'll just keep them level 2s. Or I do something like this. Really mix it up. But I think that's going to be too much. Maybe we'll get 2 level 2s and 2 level 3s and 6 level 2s. What do you think? That's 18 points. And then we'll go with, to win the game, you need 10 points. 10 or 11... Say 11. There we go. Zasphorus says everyone plays uncommon. Yeah, no, we won't do that. Otherwise, we get, like every turn there'll be stuff happening. So it's all 2s. Make it symmetrical. I'll keep it 6 and 2. That way, level 2 thrones aren't super easy to take. Level 3s are very, very hard to take. So that will just make it a little bit interesting with some of the thrones there anyway. Okay, so we've got those done, and just getting we've got 18 points in total on the map. Maybe we'll make it 12. How's that gonna work? No, we'll make it 11. That way we don't have to just take everything. Or do we make it? You need basically everything. Yeah, let's go 12 points. Okay, that will be sort of where we end up going. So anyway, that's going to be it. That's the world. That's the world there. So Zasphorus is then saying, if you take any sort of luck scale, you're shooting yourself in the foot with uncommon story events. I know I am. But it's just I don't want the game to be dictated by the events, if that makes sense. So I know that's sort of just for the actual gameplay. I still prefer to have these as interesting things that come up every so often, rather than it being every single turn. So otherwise we're going to be sort of, anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Click on OK, back in through here. In the beginning there was chaos, blah, blah, blah. It's always the same stuff. And the wheel is now turned once again. Who are we? Throne of heaven stands empty and only the strongest can survive. Yep, the supreme god. Yep, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's always the same as well. And so here we are. This is Jotunheim, back in through this side. And so we've got Dasilik, god of Jotunheim, in through this side. Now, if we have a look up through here, just have a bit of a look at the map. All of the thrones are in this circle. So there's a circle of thrones in through here. And so this is where the game is won. In this little grouping in the middle here. So we wanted to get that, but then there's a lot of space around us before we sort of then come back down through the other sides, and then we sort of come back in there again as well. I know that Ermor is down through here somewhere, so there's going to be death down that way. So we'll be wanting to go and probably wipe them out before I do anything else. We also then have, like this is just all grasslands around us, so it's funny, I thought with Dominion here, we might have actually been able to sort of see stuff that was going on. Let's just go with our map filters. I'll just turn them all on, and then we'll turn off. Which one is it? There's is it the income box that I don't like. Yeah, that's good. It gives me the shows how much Dominion we actually have in different areas coming back in through this side. Back in through this, in our capital, we've got the Dasilik is already here. So he just comes in straight away. He is our pretender god. He's got the research of 8 because of the 1 drain. Everything else is looking pretty good. So we've already sort of seen what he has. 198 hit points for him at this stage. And I'm going to probably just send him straight out to try and get other provinces. Now we want to get, if we have a bit of a look at each of these are just standard provinces in through this side. We've got income of 77, which would be useful. 26 resources isn't too bad. We're not going to see these because we don't have any, there's nobody as part of our religion that we can sort of see with those. The Ironwood Forest. I'm not expecting to sort of see too many, anything sort of too damaging from these different areas. So let's set him out on a course. And I don't know where the, like there could be knights in these different areas. I don't know if it will be random, but I think the Ironwood Forest, we're not going to see knights in the forest. So this guy here, like the Dasilic, will actually fight fairly well there. Dominion, having the Dominion, friendly Dominion would be okay as well, but let's just move him across into here. And let's just set up him now before we even sort of get started. I'm going to start at the back, or towards the back in the middle here. And we're just going to give him some battle orders. So cast a specific spell. We've got Spirit Curse and Hand of Dust. What does this one do? Okay, summons a malign spirit from the underworld and curse it to curse an enemy. Yeah, spirit never joins battle. Okay, Hand of Dust. Turn anything it touches to ashes. And power but ignores armor. All right. Actually, I don't have the spells casting that I thought I was going to have. This is casting time 50%, area effect 1 person, range 1. So this would have to be done very, very close. So I think what we'll do is we'll ignore those. We'll just hold. I can change shape to the bog guy if I wanted to. I could come in, actually. What I could do is, if I just click on OK for a second, just exit, go back into here, right click, and actually I'll just do it this different way. We can go to change shape here, so he becomes the bog mummy this side. I don't think that's not going to do anything for us. We have less hit points. It's not something we need to actually really sort of worry about. I don't think we're going to have any sort of abilities that are going to help us. Like if I moved him across and have a quick look and see if he's got anything else that he can do, which I'm sure he can't. Yep, no, there's nothing else there. Yep, no, I can't see that being any sort of anything of great value there. So just change shape. Where are we? Here we are. All right, so we'll just go in as the actual the Dracolic. Back into here. And what I do want to do is I want to draw out the enemy. So we're just going to go and hold a turn, probably hold 3 turns, and then attack rearmost enemies. So that way we draw the main troops forward, and so that will be the strategy that we go in with. So again, just press the Y key. He's at the back doing that one. That should be okay, I think. So Silas is saying, I would never have guessed a huge undead dragon could wear a helmet. He can't wear a helmet, but he can wear a crown. So it can be sort of rested. Like he can wear like laurel wreaths and things like that, but he can't actually put an actual helmet on top. Are these maps randomized? Yes, they are. This map is from MapNuke. Like it's a program you can download. It's a free program, and what it does is it builds the best maps for Dominions, better than in game. So it's a random map, but there's a setting you can actually do if you have like even numbers of players, and I don't know what the maximum number you can actually play, but the 8-player version of playing this particular throne clusters gives you this collection of all of the thrones are very, very close like this. So this is going to then lead to massive fights. This is really built mainly for multiplayer. Is sort of the way it does work. It's very, very cool the way it does sort of actually function. Okay, so we've got him off. Now we've got the other two. We've got a Jotun scout, and we want to send him down probably to look at. God, we want to have a look at Ermor. I think we'll keep tabs on where Ermor is, so we'll move that one south. That then leaves we've got the army set up in through here where we actually do have groups. Now I think we might. Does this one have? Yeah, this one's got leadership, basic leadership. We've got giants in through this side. We've got our javelinists in through here, and we also then have a group of spearmen as well. I might move them in with the Dracolic, so they can go in with the god straight away, and so we'll set these up as well. So the javelinists, I'll be wanting to sort of have these back a little bit. I want them to not do much. Now I can put them into like line formations. Why not? Let's just do that one. It's going to impact. Actually, it didn't impact their morale. make this into a line formation as well. And so they're just going to stay where they are. And what I want these to is to hold and attack nearest closest enemy. So that's what they're going to be. Their ability is, and then this one as well. Hold and attack closest enemy. I want what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw everything up, and then have these guys then engage with anything that actually is going to be heading towards our Dracolic. That'll do us. Okay, so this will then stop us from being able to fly effectively for much, and then eventually we'll then have this guy come through. So we actually then have a Jotunheus backing through this side, which has still got the iron cap, chainmail hauberk, and the shield with the broadsword. This is going to be our prophet, and we do actually already have this one with a name. So let's go and rename. So R, and I'll just go and get what that name actually is. Where are we? Just bear with me, guys. Manage reward requests. Tatterdemalion is the name. I'll just see. I don't know if I can copy paste this. Tatterdemalion. Mark that as complete. Control V. No. That's why I did actually spend a bit of time just making sure that it was there. So Tatterdemalion is going to be the name of the Jotunheus. So if you are wanting to name characters as they come through, before they become special characters, we can name them. Once they become sort of like once they start to do things, it's hard to then rename some of the good guys. Anyway, so we've got this one here. This one is going to become our prophet. So that will then become the prophet that we actually then have. Not that we really needed to do that with this one, but this one it's only got 60 leadership. This is a fairly middle of the road, but it will actually be helpful having this guy around, essentially as the prophet. Okay, so then we go across. Now we've got the we've got statistics, we've got read messages. So statistics, we've got the Pretenders of the World. So we've got Arisophael back in through here. We've got Urmor, which is going to be sort of fully undead. We've got Odin, that's Alm through the side. Myrgidon is the Marignons. So these are sort of like knights in shining armour. Ptah is Abyssia. This is the opposite of us. This is sort of like heat demons. Bactor, back through this side, is Pangaea. So they're going to be sort of more in the woodlands. There's us through there as Jotunheim, and then we also have Vanarus, which are like shape-shifting Russians. They're similar to us in some ways, so that'll be interesting when we do come across them. They're not giants, but they are sort of shapeshifters, like they're werebears. I think they may go up to size 3, I think, but I'm not 100%. So anyway, that's going to be an interesting little game that we actually have. Score graphs, again, of course, we're not going to see anything just yet, but we're all going to just start off with a single province. Yep, Pretenders of the World we've already done. Thrones of Ascension, let's have a look and see what these actually are. So okay, so we've got the Throne of Creation. This throne must be claimed to gain the following effects. So spread dominion. Dominion gets turmoil +3. Turmoil. What's that? Ritual casting +1. Conjuration bonus to 30. Construction bonus 20. Produces 100 resources. Turmoil. When does that one kick in? That's opposite of order, isn't it? So that would take our order from 3 down to 0. In fact, if we just go back out again, Pretenders of the World, Dasilic. That's not showing. I forget how we can see what scales we ended up with. Yeah, I can't remember how we do that. Okay, so we don't want that one. Throne of Eternal Suffering, back in through here. So spreads Dominion. Dominion gets order +1, gets productivity +1, and gets misfortune +1. Again, not one that we really, really want. Then we have Throne of Life. So Dominion gets growth +1 and produces 3 nature. That would be okay. We've got Throne of Fortune. So Dominion gets luck +1. So we could actually end up with a Throne 2 to mitigate the bad luck from the other throne if we needed to. This one gives us Astral. Then we've got the Throne of Misfortune. So it gets Misfortune +1, reduces, that also then produces the Astral Pearls. So we're going to have to be careful with the thrones that we actually do end up getting. The Iron Throne would be good with 100 resources. And we get the Adept of the Iron Order. Old Age. It's got it's got paths that we actually don't have. That would be useful. That would be very, very useful. Then we've got the Silver Throne. So you've got the Adept of the Silver Order in through here as well. Again, we've got paths that we don't actually have. So these would be, again, quite a useful little addition that brings gold. That's interesting. Actually, we've got the Iron, Silver, and Golden Thrones in through here. I wonder if the game did that on purpose. And this one has got the Adept of the Golden Order with 200 gold per turn. And this one here has got Fire. Yeah, God, this is be great to get all of these. Adept Researcher of +8. So very, very nice. Very, very nice to get those if we could get those. So they're only level 2 thrones. In that case, let's sneak him up and have a bit of a look at the thrones. Just try to get a bit of a feel for where we actually are. Yeah, sorry, if we have a look at the statistics again, Pretend of the World, I just saw there was something about what these guys have got. So they have got the Chud Skin Shifters. These are only size 2. Yep, so they are. They go berserk, and they do transform into bears, basically, into werebears. They have recuperation as well. So these are quite a cool little faction. So these are all just going to be human size, just size 2. Anyway, we won't go through all of those just yet. Now, Hall of Fame, score graphs, nation overview. I forget how we see. There's some way of telling what the actual scales are that we went with in the end. And whether this is it, like it's order 3, productivity 1, cold 3, luck 3, and only one drain. And we went with Dominion 4. So that's actually what the scales are that we went with. Ultimately. Okay, so sneak, profit, move. Then we have the mercenaries. I probably won't bother with these at all. Yeah, no, we won't worry about those. We're going to be so strong anyway, so we'll just recruit our own guys. We've got the recruit units. So when we had a look before at what we actually have, we start off with 400 gold. We've got recruitment points of 348, which is actually a lot. That's good. In terms of our leadership, I do want to start to do the research, and I think the Gyges, this is the one where I'm wanting to get a Nature 2 mage at some point. So I'm just going to start there. Now, we only have 2 commander points to have, so I can get one of these per turn. I think I'm going to put that on repeat for a little while. So we'll just start to do that one. It leaves me with 235 gold and 97 resources. So gold is, if we go with the Spearmen, we've got the Jotun Spearmen back and through here. These guys here are all of these have all got the leather armor. I do want to grab a bunch of these Vati as well. Let's go with Spearmen. The Javelineers I don't think I'll worry about. These are high resources. They're high resources. These are the other way around. These are low resources. You've got the spears and the javelins. A bit of the best of everything. This one's actually, these Huskarls are even less again. More gold, less resources. I think these would be our base unit here. The Jotun Huskarls. It's high. They're low. If we had like heaps and heaps of gold and no resources, I'd go that way. But I think I'm just going to get as many of these as I can get. So I'll get 4 of those and 3 of those. Can't get any more, no. All right, so no more resources. A little bit of gold left over. That'll do us. That's it. That's all we need to do this turn. So everyone is moving. We'll end our turn. So turn 1, here we go. Okay, so Urmor. So Titari, the spectator, shall hereby be known as a prophet. Lord of Fear and Trembling. Okay, so it's death. Master of Ashes is death. The Shadow over all death. Devourer of Sins, death. So high death, some sort of high death prophet. Back and through there. Ulm is prophet of Odin, god of gods, august prince, divine scribe. So it looks like didn't really do a hell of a lot in terms of magic, I don't think. God of gods. I'm not sure which one this would be. August prince. Maybe astral? Yeah, I would have expected to see earth magic there. Then we have Pangaea. So, God above all, that's air, vessel of might. That could be earth, patron of huntsmen. It could be nature, the beast prince, nature, king of fishermen, water. Okay, so we've got ourselves. So Baktor looks to be a rainbow mage, I would guess. And Jotunheim is us, of course. So we sort of see like god of the city, the lurker in the crypt, god of writing and speech. It's we've basically just got death magic. That's all we've got. Then we have a battle in Ironwood Forest. So let's see how we go here. Let's see how our scripting actually worked. So pause it. Just put number 3 on, just so we can sort of see what's going on. What do we have? What do we have? We've got a group of soulless. Oh, damn it, it's undead. Okay, so the undead are not going to be as impacted by us as we would have wanted. Didn't realise that we're going to have undead in here. So Gould from Ironwood Forest. We should still be okay. These have got low hit points, but they're not going to be impacted by what we actually have with the Dracolic. Now, that one does have leadership. Tomb Shadow, the Ghoul. Another Ghoul in through there, another Ghoul in through there. So that's the leadership. Don't think there's anything. There's nothing else has got leadership in through there. So they'll just shamble forward. The guys will stay where they are. These ones should go forward before this one goes up into the sky. So I wanted to draw them forward as much as possible. Here they come. And then this one will disappear. These alone should be able to defeat this. It's taking a long time to fly off. Taking a little bit of damage there. There we go. Yeah, that's not going to do any damage at all. Shouldn't lose anything here. There we go. That did do the damage. It can now fly back in over this other side. Now the drama will be if it uses that breath and these guys end up in the middle here. I don't like the way it's pointing. Now firing their javelins. You know, I did attack closest. I should have actually done fire at closest. There we go. So this thing is now doing a lot of damage. It hasn't lost any hit points at all. Oh, damn it. We just killed one of our guys. All right, so that's a problem. That's a problem. Oh no, we didn't. I thought we killed one. I'm sure one of ours was caught in the crossfire there. I was positive. Actually, I might just have another quick look at that one. I'll just speed it up. So just go back into normal speed over here. So let's have a look and see. This one goes down this side. It's already basically dead. Now 36. Oh no, there was nothing there. Okay. Whew, lucky. Because I saw that one appear and thought, oh no. Like I thought there was already another one there. But no, that was fine. Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. So it's a bit risky having the Dracolic back in there, and the scripting wasn't quite right. So I was there for too long. Let's just go back across. So what have we got around us now? Now we can start to see things. I'm not going to worry about the sea province. So Cyborg is saying press C for unit colours. Yeah, I'll do that in the next one. Actually, I'll do it in the next one around. Okay, so we can take this one really, really easily. So this is going to be a simple one for us. If we have a quick look in through this side, we've got the army setup. I'll just press T over here. We're just going to change that. Hold twice will be okay, I think. These guys here are going to be hold and fire at the closest enemy. Is going to be sort of what they have to get up to. Hold and attack closest is no problem. Let's just see if any of these guys are wounded. That one is. It's weakened. Weakened is okay. So it just means less strength, but at least it's not like crippled or anything like this. So that one did take some damage. Make sure there's no diseases or anything. Yeah, so just D and W are the two keys. Okay, so that's the Ironwood Forest is now under our control. We do have Dominion over in these different areas. What have we got up through here? Mainly Horse Tribe cavalries. So they'll be trying to hit these guys. Then we have just light infantries, crossbowmen and heavy infantries. We can certainly deal with those as well. Horse Tribe cavalries and Horse Tribe chiefs is no problem, and then these are no problem as well. We'll move up Noaton and have a bit of a look at these different thrones in through here. Let's try to figure out which one's which. Tiny Frog saying the spearmen cannot fire, I think. Yeah, no, they can. Did I do the spearmen, not the javelineers? Hang on, let me have a look. Army setup. Oh, I did too. I did too. Hold and attack. Closest enemy. This one is hold and fire at closest enemy. I had ran the wrong way. Thanks for that. So Frenny's Sociopath is in saying, does anyone know if there's any game that is kind of Dominions like in complexity but with a dash of reduced micromanagement? Fantasy settings preferred? Yeah, there's actually one on the way, and that's Conquest of Elysium, which is basically from the same guys that made Dominions, but it's a simpler version. It's more role play game, and it's a very, very good game. So you're more just looking after like sort of smaller armies, and you really are. The new version of that is very close to launch. I think it's only a couple of months away, so that's a good one. Mr. Faber is in saying, so asking for a perfect game, basically no pressure here. By the way, if you guys do want to grab my attention, just mention Daz Tactic in your comment or at Daz Tactic, and that way it'll beep at me. So because I will miss things. So Friendly Sociopath is saying I gave that one a try. I might give it a shot. Good to hear. So that is on the way. The new one is on the way. I don't know if you get anything sort of, if it's cheap, if you get the other one now, but that's a good game. I haven't played that for a long time, but it is simpler, much more simple game, but still with the same sort of graphics and stuff. All right, so anyway, hold and attack closest. We'll just leave that one where that is. So thanks for pointing that out, that I had that round the wrong way. I would like to go this way to fight in my own dominion. I do need to make sure that I really sort of end up focusing heavily down this way. So what I think I might do is I think I might go north and go in and get rid of these. These are not knights. These are just, they're basically just archers, so horse archers. So we should be able to destroy them fairly readily. Back over through here, we now actually have Tatterdemalion is now our prophet. So we'll just go to army setup. You can bring in another group, and you can bring these in as well. And I'll keep them together as one sort of collective. So these guys can start fighting in amongst the feet of the axemen. Now, actually, I probably should have gone with spearmen more than axemen, to be honest. I'm just trying to think of if we want to do it that way. The axemen will do more damage, but they won't defend as well. Anyway, we've got this one through here. What do we end up that's different? Astral, I think. So we didn't pick up what we were wanting there. So we'll just get this one to do the research. And if we have a quick look at the research in through here, we've got Conjuration of 1, which gives us the black servant as an actual ritual, not as a combat spell. So I probably want to go and get. I'll just turn the death off, so we can sort of see other things that we actually have through here. Conjuration. Actually, before I do that, alteration. Actually, we'll do death. I think that's going to be the one that we're going to be wanting to use. If we have a quick look at the. So if I just press the D key, we can then sort of have a bit of a look. Don't need any of those. Evocation. Enchantment. Animate dead, animate skeleton. Getting that one I think would be useful at the start for what we're trying to do here. So maybe we'll go enchantment, try to go for get raised dead, get that one going. Thaumaturgy, don't really need any of this stuff. Frighten perhaps. Blood magic I'm not going to worry about. Okay, so what we want to do is, was it evocation? No, it was enchantment. It's going to give us the raised dead. So enchantment at level 1, maybe up to level 3. And then we're going to go thaumaturgy level 1, and then construction level 4. Let's go that way. Construction is ultimately where we're going to be wanting to put the efforts in, I think. So we'll go that side. That way we can then re-script the Dracolic to sort of get some undead to fight with us as well. Okay, so there we go. We'll leave that one there. So just saw there, Tiny Frog saying, I can do the early game fairly okay, but I'm unexperienced in the mid-late game magics and summoning. I'm a bit that way as well, to be honest. But I am using a faction where that won't really play a big role because we're going to be super strong in terms of just mundane fighting. There's a few factions that are good for new players, and this is one of them, simply because of the strength of the giants. And like Alma's another one where it doesn't rely on magic much. You know, like you can sort of there's not a lot to sort of think about with these sort of factions. So these are good for players who just want to get used to the game. The treasury up through there. We've got 261 through there. So if I just go across to my recruitment. Got this one coming. Got a lot of resources back through this side. So if I have a look at my spearmen, the Jotun spearmen are 30 and 39. These were 35, 21, 2015 for the Jotun Bondi, which are even less. I don't want them too weak. At the moment, gold is still king here. That's 40-31. These are the guys, aren't they? Really, I mean, it's these aren't bad with the javelins and then the spears, like just for defense. They're not going to be killed off that easily. We don't have enough gold to really warrant getting these just yet. Then we've got the Jotun herdsmen, but there's double the resource cost. I think I'm just going to pump out more of these guys. I can now get a fair few of them. There we go, get 3 more of those. And Tatterdemalion, do we want him to go off this yet? I probably don't want him to do anything. I might just get him to preach the teachings of God to really push, like for just one turn, push things out. So let's have a quick look. If I press where I'm heading to, so I've got multiple forces, I can go down to here and press T to then have a look and see what's happening with the army setups. If I want to just make sure that things are sort of where I want them to go. But if I go to where I'm heading, which this is a good habit to get into, press the Y key and you do the same thing. Then you can see all of the units that were moving into that particular location. It's just a better habit than using the T on where you currently are. So it's because you then get to see everyone that's going to participate in an actual battle, to sort of micromanage. Like you don't have to worry about units that aren't going to be impacted. Now, this one as well, we've got 30 in the treasury. We do need to get our defense up to at least 6. 6 sort of takes it to a point where the enemy are more unlikely to sort of do things. So we've got slingers back in through there. Is there anything else we get from this one? If we go to recruit units into here, I can get more of the Vati. We have resources. Yeah, I've hardly got anything else there. I'll just leave them where they are. I can actually start to pick up just normal commanders and then the chiefs in through this side as well. But I won't worry about that. Not yet anyway, not until we get on top of the gold. Alright, that's all we've got. I think if I just press the N key, there's nothing else for us to do. We'll end our turn here. Bissia. This is Father of Gods, King of the World, Author of Finishes of Our Faith, King of Kings. It's funny, I would have thought fire would have been what they would have gone for there. I don't know if that's any of those are for fire. And we have battle in Eliodor. So this will be different again, a different sort of battle. A ranged battle where we have to sort of try to chase down the enemy. So we will arrive when they get started. They've got the range. We'll take a little bit of damage. Our Dracolix should get up into the sky. We're taking a little bit of damage here at the back. We'll just pause that there for a second. Wasn't that one there? Funny, I thought it was that one. We've got high hit points, but yeah, this one's taken a little bit of damage, but nothing permanent. Now this here is going to be good. Oh no, it didn't go with the others. See how they're starting to run? That's the fear. This is exactly what we want. How we want to win this. I didn't impact those. That's good. Okay, I must only impact the enemy. Yep. Okay. Double check that their morale. Ooh, it's been diseased. So maybe it does impact it. Oh, it does too. Damn it. Okay. Well, that's a waste of those units. I'm going to have the Dracolic go off and do its own thing. So we took still hardly any points damage there. All right. So we've now wasted a big portion of our army because of this unit. All right, so we'll quit out of there. Not good, not good, not good. So Dracolic, yep, Javelin is backing through there. We didn't lose any, but we did cause permanent damage to these guys. Okay, we'll exit out of there. Actually, we'll just have a quick look at the army setup. So we'll just press T in through here. We have lost one. Didn't see where we lost that. That must have been friendly fire somehow. And if we press the D, yeah, 3 of these are diseased. None of those are wounded. In these 3 here, yeah, I've got the diseased and weakened. Damn it. Okay, so that's not going to be good. Diseased in through there again. I might have another look at that battle and just see if that did actually, if that was the cause. Sometimes you can just have a really bad province, but I think that it's this guy here, Plague Breath. It's got the area of effect there, damage special. Doesn't tell us here, magic resistance. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep, so he just doesn't care. He does not care. All right, so let's just go back across. And I'll keep them separate now. There's the knights that we have to avoid. So we've got mainly militias, heavy cavalries, and light cavalries up through there. So we do need to be careful of that particular province. Damn, that's such a shame. Let's have a quick look at the messages again. View the battle again. Just make sure that these guys were pretty good up until that point. Yep, that was the one. happened right there? Got caught in the breath. Hang on. We'll just go back. I didn't realise that that first one came so fast. Just quit out again. Quickly view that again. So we had all of the guys in here at the stage. They're all going to be okay. Yep. So we have... Yep. They started off in full health. Tiny Frogs is saying versus range troops, you should not hold back anything, just charge. I was trying to draw them forward just as basic scripting, and then also keep these away from the Dracolich. And I really can't afford to have these guys fight with the Dracolich at all. So I need to go in with the Death Army if I'm going to be using this guy. So I'm going to be changing now what we do. We will quit out of this one. And we're now going to split things off. I'm going to need to bring them back somehow. Go to recruit units in here. I've got a Horse Tribe Chief. Is 50 gold, 10 resources. So I think the Giants will still go along with someone like this. God, we're still not picking up what we wanted to there. Oh well, we'll just keep it going. Hopefully we get a double nature mage fairly soon. The preaching can stop. What I might do is I might change things so we go in a bit earlier with the... and I'll try to get everyone to sort of join up at this next fight. So just go to army setup. Just get him with everybody. We can't do line formation with these guys. That's all right. Okay. Battle orders. Got smite. There. Okay. So, Mr. Progressive saying, is this map a geographical adaptation from MapNuke? Yes, it's basically one of the options for MapNuke, but I did take it into Photoshop and just weakened the colours somewhat. I don't like the strong colours in the maps, so yeah. So basically, we did that yesterday. Actually, in yesterday's stream, we just sort of went through and did all that stuff live. And then we're going to, with this one here, I'm just going to have stay behind troops. I don't want him to. Actually, I might just do cast spells at that point there. So we're now going to take Tatterdemalion into the attack. We've got higher numbers through here. These guys should be able to then start to move forward a little bit. So we'll move him up into there. We will move this group across, and then we'll sort of offload the others. So this is where we just click into here, press Y. I'm going to move these off to the side. That's going to be hold and attack closest. There we go. These guys are come on, right click. These guys are sort of useless anyway now. So most of them are going to die off. All right, so hold and attack closest, hold and fire closest to fine for them. That's all going to be, this will be an easy one for us to get. I just don't want to cause any more drama. And I will go in earlier. That's got those. Okay. Hence is saying lower than 6 troops take regular morale checks for being too small of a squad. Oh, does it? I didn't know that. Is there any reason for the 6? Was that just an arbitrary thing? I'm not sure. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure about that one. Yes, actually, Hansden saying higher up. Try to keep the troops in groups of 6 or they take harsh morale checks and more of them. I didn't know that one. All right, well, at this stage, they are what they are, so I won't change them because they've got different sorts of equipment that we have. I will be able to mix and match a little bit more effectively through here. It should say... in here. It's not saying anything about the size. Okay, so every time something demoralising happens to a unit, the morale is checked. Demoralising events are getting wounded. If someone in the same squad dies, and certain magical effects. At the beginning of each battle turn, all squads with enough failed morale check must take a route check based on the average morale of the squad. Failure results in the squad. It doesn't say anything about 6. Not seeing anything there about limits. I know that if a certain percentage of your group dies, that's that they'll check. I didn't know about the actual starting size though. If you can find where that is in the manual, that would be useful to know actually. If you've got the manual handy. So we've got that one through there. We'll just go back into this side. We'll just go back to recruit units. So we're still going to keep these guys coming. I do want to get my nature 2 one of these. This is the right one, isn't it? Yeah, so we're getting an astral mage each turn, unfortunately, at the moment. But there is a chance we'll pick up a nature mage. Okay, so we'll just keep on going with the same axeman, I think, the Jotun Huskarls, until we really start to get a lot of gold and resources. Okay, that's now taken the gold right down. Then these guys are 7 gold. So if I just... how many of those can I get? That will then flesh out even more. That gives me just a little bit more. All right, that'll do. Okay, so we've got those. They're all going to be moving off. Everything's done, I think. We just need to now move up and have a look at these areas through here. Just trying to get a bit of a feel for what these thrones are. You can go back to research. Now, research itself, we're still trying to get up to get enchantment. I do want to get the enchantment fairly early, so it's just so I can start to use magic with the main guy. So we'll end our turn here. Now, hopefully, we don't do any more of those crazy attacks. Oh, I forgot to... I was going to send him in early. Screwed that one up as well. Now, they may hover back a little bit. Good. This is ideal. Oh, they're trying to banish him. They've all been diseased. Banishment spell's just not going to do anything with him. He's already experienced now. They're all running. Still got a commander over here. Yeah, this is where it could go really, really bad. Come on, get away! Don't do your breath. Oh, he's gone this way. Good. That's worked out well. I think we're going to be okay. It's only if he appears in front that we could have a problem. That's okay. As long as that breath stays right away from these guys. Now he's used it 4 times. He's got one more, I think. Don't stand in front of the dragon. Stay behind. This would be disastrous if he does it now. Oh, he's flown. That's good. All right, that's good. All right, so good work, guys. Good work. All right, so all of that was then taken away. So what we can now do is we can now start to. I do want to start to sort of move south, and we've got a blood too, so it's still not the one that we want. So we'll just keep on getting our researchers ready. I think I'm going to go and recruit a Vati chieftain in through here, and I'll get more of the Vati back that way as well. Now we're going to split everyone up. So army setups, you can join that group, and you can just go and join your own javelin group. So hold and fire closest. These guys here aren't going to be able to go into any sort of formation, but that's okay. That's fine. So now we're going to bring these back. So hold and attack closest. Now it's going to be a different sort of setup that we're going to now start to use. So we're going to now send these against the cavalry. He doesn't have the leadership to put them into a line. These are going to be now just attack closest enemy and fire closest enemy. All right, that's them. Actually, that was set up okay. Now I can actually hold twice. I'll just do cast. Actually, I might get rid of both of these. Hold or cast 2 spells. I don't really care what they actually are. I just want to waste. I might set 3 up actually. So we'll go three castings. We don't know what it's going to be just yet. And then ultimately, this will be to start to build an army of the undead, in the not an army, but just a small group of undead to be there. All right, so we're not going to be risking the Dracolich anywhere near the other troops just yet. So we have, this is farmland. Now this is only, it does have knights there. We have to be careful of that. I can certainly take on these guys with the Dracolich. These, I think, mainly use spears and arrows, which are not going to do well against the Dracolich. So the Dracolich goes down that way, and then this one here we can send off this side. The thing I've forgotten to do is to get my province defence up. Interesting. We've got crossbowmen here. There's nothing unusual there. So range 40. That's not bad actually. The precision's low. They wouldn't be a bad little addition to actually have. How many can we get? Just 1 per turn. Okay, let's just start to get them. It's 10 gold, 14 resources. Resources won't impact what we have it going into Jotunheim at all, so that's going to be fine. This is an area I would like to try to get. High income would be really nice. This one will be high income as well. Yeah, with the knights we actually have there, I probably want to get even more giants. Just go back to recruit units. I'll keep on going with these low-level giants for now. Yeah, can only get a couple there. Just get those researchers doing what they're doing. Okay, so whoops, it's the battle. Let's go next. So what do we see through here? This is mainly militias, heavy infantries and archers. We are going to need to take Sodorth just to get up into these areas. So it's going to be magic. There's going to be a lot of magic there. Let's go to the waste and see what's over here. I think we're going to be able to get one of these fairly early, which would be good. From here I might head north with this group. It would be nice to have another group of these just to go up and join up with the others. What we might do is we might send off this group. Attack closest enemy. Okay, we'll just pop that one into there. I'm going to send this group off. This is a bit of a rainbow mage, so we'll just start to do some site searching with this one as well. You can go into there, and she can stay at the back. Tangle vines, that would be quite useful for her. Do Twist Fate. Bleed is always a good one. Does cost blood slaves to cast those, so we're not going to have any of those. So we'll just go across and just do Tangle Vines, I think. Actually, I'm not even going to worry. I'm just going to tell Twist Fate, and then it's just going to be hold or cast a spell, basically. Right, there's our army, ready to go. We'll end our turn here. Research and enchantment is now completed, so that's the first one. This is going to now give us things that we can now start to do with our Dracolic. So that's good. Proclamation from Vanarus, Heavenly Fires, Flame. Okay, this is fire, so we're looking at a fire god there. Two battles. We've got the Battle of Pranda, which is going to be where the Dracolic goes in. And so we've got like a lot of tribesmen, but what these actually have is that they've got daggers and short bows. The short bow does pierce damage, and we're pierce resistant. So even though we'll take damage, it won't be too bad. These guys also have javelins, which is pierce, and spears, which is pierce. So again, nothing much. And then it's just got their commander at the back. Now, what did he just cast? Personal regeneration. That's okay. So he will end up being that's the Witch Doctor at the back there. He's a Nature 2 mage. That means we can ultimately get our Nature 2 mage from here if we need to, which could be useful. Here we go. We've actually now got this is exactly what we want. So we just got a bit of undead, and now we should fly. There we go, and go to the back. Now we will take some damage here. That's why we have to be very careful. So we've got 210. Come on, use your breath on these. Nope, he's gone further afield. Which way? Taking the damage. He's down to 208. That's still heaps. They've used Tangle Vines on him. Now we'll be able to use his breath. Come on, use your breath. He hasn't used it. There we go. That's what we want. They'll be stabbing away. He's down to 187. The breath, when it hits, will do the damage. He's down to 169 now. They're mainly running away. That should be the end of them. All right, that was good. Just make sure he's got no actual permanent damage. He does. He's now got a limp. So he's now picked up a limp. Now, if he dies off, now that will actually, he'll fix that up because of the recuperation anyway. But that is something where he's down to 156. So we lost, you can see there, even against a small group like this, we did actually, it wasn't that small, but it's he does take damage. This one must be exhausted. Yes, he is. Fatigue is at 100. So he sort of can't move properly. There we go. All right, so that was good. A good result there. 24 kills, and then we have the battle in Giant's Rest. This is where we want to be chasing down the enemy. Again, we've got high protection for most of our forces. So Istar saying Ring of Regeneration at Construction 4 with Nature 2 would be good if it works with the undead. It should work. Yeah, regeneration is regeneration, isn't it? We can test that one out. That's the sort of stuff we are going to be needing for him. Because we can put rings on and we can put laurel wreaths and stuff like that, like crowns. But that's it. We can't do anything else. Now, these should smack through these fairly effectively, I would have thought. And the Vati just fighting amongst the feet of the giants. This is taking longer to break through than I would have thought. There we go. Now they're starting to run. Oh, the C key. There we go. Sorry, there's the colours. Jotunheim should be blue, shouldn't it? Like a light blue. The frost giants. Not brown. Not mud. They're not mud giants, they're frost giants. Okay, so Dr. Quacksalver is then saying Dracolich is lifeless, so as far as I know, can't use a Ring of Regeneration. Oh, okay. I thought it still worked. So it's a life thing, is it? Anyway, we've got that one. How did we go there? We did lose a few giants. We lose 2 Vatis, which is fine. One of our Javelinists was killed off, and one of our Jotun Huskarls. Now, these are not the strongest of the giants, but for what we actually have, they're reasonable. Okay. Got Pranda, got heat +1 and fire gems. All right, we're done with the heat. Unexpected events occurred in Ironwood Forest. So Nanvatha, the madman, has joined. Okay, Posey's found the Forgotten City and offered to help. All right, so who is he? Now he's calling God. So he's an insane human with no will of his own. So weapon, he's fighting with a cod. So he's fighting with a fish. Magic being, mindless, insane. So he could do anything, really. Could do anything. Anyway, what we want to do is just go and grab the small group of Vati and move them back into the capital. Now the knights, there's a lot of knights in here, or heavy cavalries anyway, 60 enemy units. What have we got in there? Jaguar tribe warriors, cavemen back down this way. I'm going to need a buffer against, I'm going to need to come this way. 20 cavemen. Would our guy work here? Let's get the province defence up. Let's have a quick look and see. Let's make sure we've got province defence everywhere. Yes, we do. That's fine. Wolf tribe archers, wolf tribe warriors back up this way. I actually almost like the chances of the Dracolich going in against the this particular area. You know, like we could sort of do that because we can fly long distance. They can't fly up that far. There's more Lion Tribe warriors there. I don't want to take that one on. But I think we'll take this one and get the and sort of set up another city, like another fortress over this side. Just bring those in there. So you start saying they have 17 strength with a 7 damage weapon according to the Dom 5 Inspector. This is the giants below. This is the cavemen. 17 strength, okay, with 7 damage, so that's that takes it to 24 damage. Yeah, 10 attack, 11 defense, and 2 protection. 23 hit points. Okay, I wouldn't risk my God in a province. I don't have Dominion if I were you. Yeah, I'm going to do it over here. I can take this one out. This is just Jaguar tribes, so we can still do this one here. So I think we'll still just keep on expanding. He's immortal, so it doesn't really matter if we lose him. Back over here, the Stonegrave Mountains, Wolf Tribe Archers and Wolf Tribe Warriors, 70 units there, 50 units there. It's always a bit of a mixture anyway. Mountains of Mist. But I think Mark is definitely a place that we do want to end up going. So let's just go up this way. Start searching for magic sites. Yeah, I'll move that one down. That'll be fine. Next. God, we are just getting all of these astral mages. Okay, well, that's what we got. Yeah, that's actually light cavalries and heavy cavalries back over there. Again, I want to avoid the cavalries with him. I think I could take this. Might do that next time, I think. We'll just see how we go this side. We'll see what's actually in this particular location. We do have Dominion over that now. All right, it's summer, so it's not really our time for fighting. Just keep on getting the basic. Now we're starting to get the same number of gold as resources. So what else can we get here? 50 and 41 for the herdsman. 40, 31. I still think this is our best bet. These are just a bit too expensive at this stage. That'll do. So we're wasting resources here, actually. What can we get with high resource? We actually don't have much. It's these guys here, the Jotun Spearmen. That works. That works pretty well, actually. Okay, so we've now got our cap circle. So we're getting all of the resources from the cap circle are now coming into Jotunheim itself, which is great. And so we now want to go to the next level out and start to pick up a few of the, like getting sort of secondary areas. So we do need to start to save our treasury. We do need to start to save this. Yeah, that's okay. We'll keep it going. I won't build too many more giants until we start to get some fortresses, and then we start to just expand around these areas as well. Yeah, Mag's a weird little place. It's like really tucked away. So I think this would be a good place to get another castle, like another fortress, and that would be then sort of like the point where nothing can really then sort of break through easily up this way into Jotunheim itself from the south. So I will actually come back down this way after the next turn. All right, end our turn here. So Marignon. Now we've already this Master of Metals, Patron of Herbalists. Okay, so we've got nature and earth for that one there. Okay, none found. There's a battle in Mag. We'll view this one. Got the winter in the hills. Okay, fly. Come on, fly. There we go. Ooh, went that way. Use your breath. That's a perfect spot for your breath attack. No, it's not using breath yet. Down to 193. Wrong direction. The fear is dramatically good. We're down to 166 here. They're all running. 156, still not bad. Silence is saying, can you script him to use his breath? No, I don't think we can anyway. Anyway, that's done. So Battle in Mag is not a problem. The fear is really what's doing the damage with these. Then we have the Battle in Mark. This is going to be interesting to see how our giants go. Now we don't have fantastic, actually there's a lot more here than what I thought. So these guys here have got the lance at length 3. And that's going to be then against our guys with only length 2. So they're going to get a charge attack in first up, which is going to hurt. Yeah, so that first charge of these guys actually did hurt us. I may have to wait until I've actually got some of the spearmen. I might have to just focus on getting the Jotun spearmen, then leaving most of these in behind. I just want to make use of these diseased guys. Like these have got nothing. But they're basically going to die fairly quickly. That first charge is going to hurt like hell. No, we're doing okay. I mean, we are sort of pushing it back. There's still a fair few in here. We are taking damage here. Down to 1 hit point. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Yes, he got it with his axe. Alright, that's been wiped out. He's down to 1 hit point, but he doesn't actually have any actual damage done to him. Alright, they're gone. Alright, so how did we go there? We lost 5 of the Huskarls, and 5 of the Vatis, doesn't really matter that much, and 1 Spearman. The Jotun Spearmen, I think, are really... I'm going to have to start focusing more on getting those. Anyway, that's was actually... yep, number found in through there. Unexpected events occurred in Giant's Rest. So Earth Gems, we've got 2 of those. Okay. So we've got those now done. We're now going out to the next level. So move the her up. Not sure what he's going to do. Anyway, he can just stay where he is. Stonegrave Mountains in through there. Again, I know I can take this with the Dracolic. I can just fly straight across. I might as well do that. I think I could take this one. Actually, I might still do this one. Do the caves. We're not going to be able to fly in the caves. But it's still going to be, we're still going to be fine with the breath. And I'm pretty sure we don't get to have the breath as castable. Actually, hold a fine missile weapon. I don't think it's called a missile weapon. Attack, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can do it. Okay, so Tiny Frog saying the Dracolic lost his limp to replace his left leg with a skeleton from previous battle. You sure? I thought it was still actually injured, isn't it? No, you're right. It has gone. Okay, he's got extra experience now, so he's getting more and more powerful. We are now fighting in our areas. Now, what we have to do is we have to get rid of the drain from Ermor. Now, Ermor is down in here somewhere. Probably in here, I think. So still a fair way away, but I want to see if I can grab all of this stuff before that all starts to happen. Now, if we just go to army setups, will these guys... Yeah, they will actually go and sit in with this guy. Yep, that works. That works well. So we've only got 6 of these at this stage. What I might do is I might just sit and wait one more turn. I'm going to start getting stuff built from over here. Let's go and recruit ourselves a Knight Commander. Is a little bit too expensive. Having said that, I do have a lot of gold, but I do want to get started with building things. So if I go to construct building, yeah, the palisades are 600 gold. I want this one built here as fast as possible. So I'm just going to go back to recruit units. We're going to turn off that one. It gives me 695. And Tatterdemalion, construct building, giant palisades. Move that one up. Get those. I won't worry about those at this stage. Okay, well, let's... Oh, look at this. Okay, many vine men, earth gnomes, vine ogres, Amazons, and Pegasus riders. A huge, great mother was seen hovering, towering over the army. The army appears to be commanded by Trana, the great mother who radiates power. So, which one would that be? It'd have to be the Throne of Creation, surely. 2 more plus 3 is not good. Wouldn't be that one. Well, I think that our targets will be wanting to target this one over here. Let's just get a bit of a feel for what's going on. Wish that you could leave notes in this game, you know, like sort of like put a note as to what you've found. That would be so handy. It doesn't have that, does it? There's nothing you can do to actually build to write a note to yourself. So Tony Frog saying the battle versus barbarians of the south can hurt. Where's the barbarians? I'm not seeing the barbarians. Do you mean these guys? Just the cavemen? They could. This is going to be a risky one, but I still think we'll be okay. The cave barbarians, yeah. No, the cavemen will be interesting. There won't be that many of them. I'm hoping the fear kicks in before they can do too much damage to the Dracolic. So we'll see what happens anyway. In one sense, we're not going to be able to fly anyway, so it'll be interesting to see. I don't think we can. So you'll see how we go. So Silas is saying that the spy can't actually find out what throne it is. No. In fact, it doesn't even get to see a lot of its leadership. All we know is that it has seen like a huge... like a mother, one of the titans, is back in there. So I might go and send him this way. Okay, we're expanding quite well here. This one now can do something this turn. I don't really want him Do we want a madman? Do we just keep him around? I think I'll just go Shift W. Just wait where you are. Who knows? He may find something on his own at some point. That's another blood too. We're not getting what we want. We're not getting what we want. All right. This will be interesting. Let's see how we go in here. There's more there than I thought there would be. These undead are going to be essentially just gobbled up by the cave barbarians. These are size 3, I think. Yep. What's their morale? It should only be, it's 11. Okay, so it's a little bit higher than what I would have wanted. I can fire. So it'll come in behind. Oh, that's good. Now, where's their leader? Oh, it's not going to go well for us, guys. We're down to 44 already. All right, so we're going to be killed off here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. What are we down to? Down to 24. They're trying to run. It's just these two here. Come on, do the damage. We're down to 24. This one's trapped. It can't. Yeah, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Excellent. Okay, that was close. Did we take any other damage? No, we didn't. Okay, that worked out well. That was very, very close though with the damage that they do. They do blunt damage, which of course is not good for the cracked bones and things that we actually have. Now, don't get in front of it. Oof, gee, that's so risky. So risky. Don't do it again. Just let them go. Let them go. Don't get in front of them. That's okay. All right. All right, that's good. That was very, very close. Yeah, okay, water. Everlasting Mother, the pockmarked Saviour. I don't know what those things actually are. All right, so we have taken the caves. Now, the caves is going to be another one where we can start to get caveman champions. Don't know if we want these. Like, our giants are going to be better than what we can get from here anyway. This is going to be very low income but high resource. So it's probably going to be out here that we want to be then doing things. Like just infantry. So infantries I can sort of deal with. So let's just go out to this side, make this our next area, back out this other way. I'll go 5 gives me 2. I'll get 3 that way. Just need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Okay, so Israel's saying it's a cave and mountain. How does that affect site generation? I'm not sure, actually. Not sure. Anyway, we'll continue on expanding. Now we're in here. We want Toon to get across to this side. We want you to do more searching for magic sites, and we are building the giant palisade. What I might do is actually switch here slightly. Let's go and construct. Let's get you to now construct a temple while we're here. And you are going to construct the palisades. It still leaves us for 337 left. So I'll let that one build up through there for a second. We'll keep on getting more of the magic users. And we're going to go with the Jotun Spearmen now. All right, we're doing well here, I think. We've certainly expanded in the right sort of frame. Got Ghouls and Soulless back over there. That would be an easy one for us to take on. We might grab that and just get this circle around this particular area, because I can get all of these. Now we'll be wanting to get ourselves, we've only got one more gold in through here. I wouldn't mind getting myself another commander, but anyway, let's just leave that for now. These do sort of flesh things out a little bit for us magic-wise. It's the gold that we need. All right, let's just see who we've got still available. Have a look at this particular location, get a bit of a feel for it. So we think that this one is a level 2 throne that we should be able to take once we take Sodaroth. I do want Sodaroth actually ultimately, but I'll swing back around for that. I think will be the way that we do it. Probably sort of head out this way, down this way, and then move across ultimately, and then have another army ready to go and take this one on. Okay, so Silas is saying, wow, going to attack again this turn with Dracolich. He only had 24 hit points left. Oh, he's now back to full again. 234, not a problem. It's only during the fight that you have a problem. Now, we're going to be not attacking inside our domain, and our dominion, sorry. It may be worth attacking this one instead. Actually, that one probably will be better. That's going to give me more hit points because it's inside. We've got people that believe in us over here. So we'll go that way. We'll do that. We'll go next. Or Thingwoods. Do we want to go that way? No, I'll go this way. Ultimately, I want Bell to be where we have the next city. Or do we? That's a good city location. That's a good city location. We've got another one over here. I mean, that would be a good city location in there as well. Or a fortress, sorry. So we've got fortress there. Fortress back over here, I guess. Another fortress up there, ultimately. Yeah, that would work. So fortress, fortress, fortress. I'm trying to keep 2 between each one of them. Fortress in through there. Fortress and fortress, or we can go fortress here. I think that either one of these would be fine. This one I do want to have as a fortress, actually, ultimately. So Tiny Frog is saying, look at those red hearts on each character. So, I mean, the groups they're in here. There'll be a few woundings now back in through that side. We need to build this one back up again. Okay, we've got recruitment done. Nothing left in the treasury. We'll just end our turn again. How are we going with research? Okay, we're now going for enchantment level 2. So I want to get up to where I can sort of pump out armies with this guy a little bit, like small armies, small groups. Okay, researching enchantment is now complete. Let's have a look at the Gold Mountains. It's a good name. There's hardly anything there. This won't take long. Oh, sorry, you can see there. I put his name and he reads your comment. So could you check to see if the madman can spread dominion? Actually, that's a point. Or even drain it. Now these are just here to draw the enemy out a little bit, but we've got 3 commanders at the back. They're still pretty close to everything. There we go. That's got rid of all of their commanders in one go. Well, there might still be one more back over here. Nope. Still got 200 odd points there. So they're getting out of there. All right, that's going to be an easy one for us. Madman. Insane. I think it's just, he just does his own thing. He is mindless. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a waste of space more than anything. He's just going to, like, we don't have to worry about him. I'm just going to leave him where he is. He's not religious in any sort of sense. Ah, damn it. Give me a nature mage. Give me a nature mage. All right, so we've now got, actually I forgot to pick those things up on the way through. But that's okay. Just going to go across to the army setup now. At 75 leadership. Can he, yeah, up to 2 squads, unfortunately. I really wanted to have, look, I'll just pop them in with these. Leave that as, like, so there's going to be a big mishmash of different sorts of giants coming through. So 41 units, we've got attack closest in through there. I'm now going to move these back. We've got undead coming. Move them back as well, and you can also then just move back into here. Meditation, smite, banishment. Is that the best one? Every time the caster receives damage from an attack, a smite triggers against a random enemy. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. Divine Blessing is not what we want either. Smite. I think it's banishment. And just cast spells will be fine. Okay, and then these are just going to be on hold. Hold and attack closest enemy, and hold and fire closest enemy. There we go. So we now have a temple in here. We've still got 578 back and through this side. If we now we're going to change this one to construct a lab. And you're going to then switch across to finishing off the fort. All right, so that then just is going to get us sort of established at Mark. And Mark is going to have good income. So we're going to be starting to sort of get right on top of the treasury. Recruit units, that's fine where that is. I'll just keep on going with the spearmen. Okay, we've got barbarians there. We won't be able to take them on as such. Yeah, I think we'll still don't have anything much there. So I'm just gonna grab this one. So I do want to start building in here as well, just to sort of keep Ermor away. We need to get our Dominion down this way. Okay, so we'll just go next. Now, what have we got in here? This is militia, heavy infantry, and light infantry, so not much in there either. There will be magic users. Should go that way, go through the rock marsh. Okay, we'll end our turn there. We've got 2 battles, Battle in Bell. Let's have a look at this one. This will be, we shouldn't have any troubles here. Now, I shouldn't have said that, because now we will. The only one that's likely to do any real damage is this guy here with the slash damage. These have all got pierce damage, so they're not going to really worry us. Just got to kill these 3 commanders as quickly as possible. Should... Yeah, we're down to 180 points now. Didn't get all the commanders, unfortunately. Down 151. This could be bad, but that was a worse spot for him to land in. Down to 141. That's still okay. They seem to be sort of running. There we go. They've now they've broken off. It's just keeping these sort of captured. We've got 121. They're not going to be able to do enough damage back to cause us any real troubles. There we go. All right. Okay, that was good. So Bella's gone. And then we've got Norfangs back in through here. This will be interesting as well. So we've got ghouls and undead. Sermon of Courage. Why isn't it casting Banish? Oh, there we go. It's now banishing. There we go. We shouldn't have any real trouble with these, I don't think. Particularly with the banishment spell. That'll really weaken them. That one missed. So we've got rid of their leadership, so they're now wandering off. Yep, that's gone. And we lost nothing, which is good. That's what we want to see. Okay, so we've got that one done. I love that they will make more their own sense of different sorts of things with the the spell casting, to a degree anyway. I've got slingers there. Move this one across. And look at dealing with the undead. Alright, that's good. Okay, move that one through, so that will just keep on sort of working. This one's almost finished, this one here. We've done the site searching there, have we? No, we haven't. If we have a look, yeah, we haven't done it here yet. So search for magic sites. And yeah, that'll be fine. So we're back down through here. We've now got the, we're now sort of extending out this side. We've got the horse-tribe cavalries back over that way. I think we'll go into the woods. And from here we'll just recruit ourselves a commander, just to start building things. Expanded very, very well. House of Heaven back out through this side. I'll just keep coming back through. Oh, here we go. We do actually have a... did pick up a limp there again last time. So just use the super combatant, the Dracolic, to go off into this area. I would like to try to take Ermor out if I could at some point, like, you know, fairly early on in the game. Yeah, they're all research. God, we're still not finding a nature mage. It should have been a 1 in 4. So we'll forge. Sorry, we'll just keep on going back to research. I really want a nature mage. We haven't even got a death too. We've only ever got astral. We've got heaps of astrals, and we've got blood, but we haven't got nature or death as a double up for these guys. Okay, so Tiny Frog saying a limp gives 25% chance to die when moving to a different area, and Tiny Frog saying if they lost a leg, the chance to die is 50%. All right. So we've got that one there. I might just have a quick look and see if I've left any of these. Gold Mountains does need a little bit of extra defense. 8 sixes, 5s, all things. Right, that's fine. That is fine, okay. So we'll go back into the woods and continue on. So we're looking for gold. Like we're looking for, this is a good location for another fortress in through here. So what happens with the fortresses, like the fortress in through here, they actually do have an administration bonus, so 45. So high administration value means that the castle will be able to gather more resources from the neighbouring provinces and tax the province more effectively. It will also provide extra supplies for nearby troops, although this supply bonus decreases as troops leave the vicinity of the castle. So the supply bonus does go across multiple areas, so it will extend further out from the actual castles, but we do want these high administration. This is really quite important for us. So we end up getting, doesn't give us specifics, I guess it doesn't sort of show that in here. I don't know if it does. No, nothing there we can see. Or does it? Or does it? But the income through here, getting lots of gold through here now, and the resources as well, but it doesn't show us what that actually is. Like, you know, how much of it's coming from the woods and things around it. But getting the cap circle around your fortresses is very, very important. Okay, so back up into here now. It's now winter. Okay, got Bloodhenge Druids back in Bloodhenge Druids and Dark Vines back in through that location. So nobody's actually hit the circle of these things just yet. I probably will leave that one behind and not worry about that at all. We'll just keep on building up. Recruiting more units, I'll just get more spearmen. Okay, everything's looking pretty good here. Found again, battle in Thing Woods. Have a quick look at this. Again, we shouldn't have any real troubles here. I'll just speed it up a little bit. It's only if we get caught in behind troops where they trying to get back and escape. Get ourselves a dead giant. There we go. Yeah, so this one will take damage as they try to run past him. But he's still got a heap of points. He's still got his limp. Okay, that's fine. And Fowenshire. Again, we shouldn't have any real dramas against these. Until I want to wait until I've got like a big line of actual spearmen before I start to sort of send these guys up against the knights in the province above us, because those lances will do damage to my knights, to my giants. Hi Cormagan, how you going? Should get rid of those fairly soon. Now, the guys that were diseased originally will start to, like, they'll be dying off. We probably don't have very many of the originals that are left. Just quit out of that one. Okay, so we did lose a Jotun Spearman, unfortunately. Now that may have been one of the disease guys that actually was destroyed there, and one Vati. So still doing okay there. And we now have construction of the giant palisades in Mark is now complete. We have a new famous hero. So this is Tatterdemalian's brave deeds and heroic toughness are now told by bards and storytellers across the world. So that will be more protection for him, I guess. Did we get one? No, we didn't. Again, another astral. Unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. We're going to just go back to research again. I'm just going to keep them researching until we get into construction. This grouping through here, just move that one south. But we're expanding quickly. We're sort of basically getting 2 provinces per turn now, which is good going. I mean, we're not even a year in, and we've actually got like a fairly large area for ourselves. Still just got the limp. Beatty Hag, we need a lab. Yeah, nothing special from there. I mean, I do get special things from in here. Oh, no, I don't. Where was it? There was one place. Ah, here we go. So we've actually got Pangaea is moving near our forces here at Troll Peaks. Looks like we'll be attacking them first. Heavy infantries, heavy cavalries. Yep, that's okay. So let's get cavalries. Move across there. Got heaps in the treasury, so we'll just start to construct these palisades. I do want to get like a one of the units that can sort of create like temples down this way as well. We need to really push back with what we actually have as far as our, what am I trying to say here, as far as our dominion. We need to have strong dominion in this area. So, who can do that? If I can grab another scout. I really want that nature mage. I get 2 of those because they're only 1 recruitment point per turn, 1 commander point. So I'll grab 2 of those this turn. Get those. You can come straight back, pick up the rest of the army, and then by that stage we'll be ready to join up with the others. Come back across and assault this. Okay, we've got archers and militias back out through that side. Now, ultimately, I'll be wanting to get things from around here. We've got horse tribe cavalry, so I might just head down this side because this will be an important location for us. What do we have here? That's horse tribe cavalries as well. I can just do it that way. I'll just go straight down into here where we've actually got dominion. We can move up. Okay, that's fine. We've got the recruiting units back in through here as well. Now the Scratty are high gold. So I can pick up another Geiger. It's going to take 2 turns to get that one. What I wouldn't mind doing is trying to keep on building up this fortress actually, so I might grab myself another chief. Why not get more spearmen, I guess. Yeah, we can get 2. Yeah, that'll help. I really need this Nature 2 mage somehow. Okay, everyone's now moved, so we'll end our turn here. Okay, so the question was, how many players are we against? It's an 8-player game, including us, so 7 others. And we're playing on a special map type from Map Nuke called Throne Clusters, where all the thrones are together in one cluster. Okay, research and enchantment is now complete. That's good. Research and thaumaturgy is now completed as well. Nanvether, number found. God, we're not finding anything at all. Yeah, so Solus is saying, weren't you saying you could recruit a nature 2 from one of those tribes, people, provinces? Yes, I can. Actually, that's probably, if I don't get it, I'm going to have to go and do that. Now, that was to the south of us, I think. Okay, Norinthian. Let's view this one here. Let's make sure that we don't have too many of these. But again, it's pierce damage against us isn't going to hurt us too much. Yeah, we're doing now raised skeletons. We're now to the next level up. So we now start to get bunches of guys. And this is actually where we want to be. Now, hardly any damage will come back to us. Still got 216 left in there. And so we'll hit these just as our undead get there. I know. We got rid of one of them. God, he hasn't moved. There we go. Nice. Not running though, they normally run straight away. So we've got 205 in here. They're not going to be able to do a hell of a lot of damage. I think they do have swords. There they go. Now they've had enough. A light lance. Okay, it's still only pierce damage. There we are. These guys aren't impacted by this at all, so it works in well with him just being on his own, unless we have like an undead army. Okay, that's good. We did well there. Yep, no problem. And then we have a battle in the Mountains of Mist. Review this one as well. So Tony Frog saying that Dracula had 113 in fatigue. Was it fatigue, was it? Actually, those spells, I guess I might reduce one of those spells, spell casting that it actually has. Okay, we're in the frozen ice now, so this is actually going to work in well for us. They're gone. Not going to get through that one. So we got through that one unscathed as well, which is good. And we have an event in Pranda. Lab was gained. That's good. Now Pranda is not where we want. Actually, this is excellent. Astral Pearls, Death Gems, Fish Scale Mail was gained as well. Now this is really, really cool because Pranda is exactly where we needed the lab. If we go to recruit units, we can now grow and get ourselves this rich, this doctor. There's a chance in here. We've got a small chance of getting this one as a level 2 as well. In fact, I thought there was one that was actually a 2 right natively. It wasn't from here, was it? Recruit units. No. Nope. It must have been. It's funny. I thought it was. Oh, you know what it was? It was when we fought this one. This guy actually was a nature 2. He's an inept researcher. That's a big ask. It's only 10% chance. I can't see that being of any great value, to be honest. Though the chances of us getting it that way are very, very remote. So I'm not going to worry about bothering with the witch doctors. We have an arena, so 25 gold. That's good. Which way should we go now? Probably go this way, I think. Now Now, I could actually end up with a third army if I really wanted to, but I'm sort of happy enough with our progression. We're seeing enemy dominion back over here. Amazons and Jade Maidens. And the Iron Caverns. Cenocephalian Warriors. Cenocephalians, yeah, so it's got those up through there. You haven't searched yet. I am wanting to go this way now. Two of these. This one can build. These are actually they're sacred. They're not priests. Okay. I was hoping that they were priests, but they're not. Army setups in through here. Join up with those. Start building. Just get the next level of fortress built. And we've still got heaps in the treasury. So we'll start to, yeah, that one's already still building. We need to get more labs and temples down this way as well. So I do need to go back up to here, recruit another unit. Is this, yeah, this is our low level, this is our priest unit. Tony Frog saying, don't forget to equip the fish scale mail and move it to the front. Yes, now, yeah, yep. Got the scout, hang on, got the hearse, which is sacred. That's a low level priest. It's only one recruitment point there. Get two of those, I think. Wouldn't mind seeing what's up this way, to be honest. I think we might send this guy this side to see what we can see how far they are. Now we've got 240 enemy units, mainly Wolf Tribe archers, Wolf Tribe warriors, Claymen, Fire Snakes, and Fire Drakes. Huge netter of kings was seen towering over the army. The army appears to be commanded by Akitu, the netter of kings who radiates power. Which throne is that? No idea. Could be that one. Yeah, it could be that one there. I don't think it'll be any of the others. Okay, well, let's see what this throne is over here now. Let's move that one across, and the Dracolic back in through this side. He's now no longer has the problem. His experience is very, very high. Actually, how are we going with the Hall of Fame? I'm really surprised. There's Tatterdemalion, who has made it. He's the only one of ours that's actually made it to this side. Okay, that's fine. I thought Dazzleic would have made it. Alright, we'll get ourselves another one of those, I guess. Get that in 2 turns. Don't have enough gold for that one. Tony Frog saying perhaps undead or beasts are not allowed into the Hall of Fame. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think they are. Here we go. We've actually now found 2 magic sites. Labyrinth of Skulls and the Glen of Verdant Greenery. Battle in Anglovania. I'll just speed her up. Here he goes. So I was saying that his fatigue, yeah, it's high. It is high. I better re-script him, I think. Oh, maybe not. Look, it works anyway. He doesn't get fatigued once he's out fighting. Like the fatigue is slowly coming back down again. All right, that's good. Unexpected event has occurred, so Lightless Lantern has been gained in through there as well. Okay, so let's go across now. We have a couple of units here that we do want to go back and start to push back the Dominion. We don't. Pangaea doesn't worry me at all. What have they got as far as their leadership? Their leadership here is the Jotun Jarl through here with 80 leadership is awesome. So I've got him ready to go. And we've got a Jotun Jarl through here as well. These are priests and also leaders. So we'll go this side. And have a good look and see what we've got through here. So this one here is liquid body, gives water breathing. Water magic level 2 is what it costs to build it. So protections are not going to be that much better. Compared to what he's already got. Same protection. It really doesn't matter that much. So it's only if we wanted to take him in underwater that would be something we'd be wanting to get. So I think I'll just leave that where that is. Now some of these with their researchers as well. What does this one do? Yeah, research plus 12. So I'll just go and give that to one of the other researchers. Yeah, so this one's now going to be researching a lot more effectively. And then these guys, I need one to go back down this other side, and the other one, let me set up. To join the army, essentially to join the other group. Let's pause, there we are. So we've got a couple there that can't go off. Yeah, I'm at maximums at the moment, so just with those, I'll just leave them back. That's fine. So you go back up into the castle, and then we'll take on these guys the turn after. Sneak on back there. So Labyrinth, one more death gem in through there, and the Glen of Verdant. We've got to pick up something surely. Let's have a quick look at the recruitment through here. Yeah, nothing special. Yeah, we don't get nature from there. Nature is what I really do want. Lava Lake, so we're getting fire and earth, sorry, fire and water from there. So I've now got everything around this particular location as well, which is good. Try this throne. So we now have, and we want to just, I do want to get the cap circle from here. So Tiny Frog saying, I think the fish armor is better than you saw because it's spelled liquid body. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, what did it have? Oh, yeah. Okay. Lose some strength and movement speed though, so it's slower and weaker, but that doesn't matter for a leader. Yeah, okay. Let's pop that on there. Pop that on that particular unit. So now he's water breathing. His strength is down to 23. Yep, so he's now moving up to there. That's fine. It's all happening. I thought I was moving that one off already. So I do want to see, like, we're seeing that this is the dominion of Urmor, that area through there. Light cavalries and heavy cavalries will be a bit difficult for us, so I'm going to go this way. Just keep on going with the stuff that we can easily take on with the Dracolic. This one here. Move on down. We'll just move this one into the Urmorian territories and see what we can find. Okay, everyone's now moved. Let's go back to recruit units. We now have a lot of gold. This one here doesn't have. There's a really good chance of getting the nature that we need from here. So let's go and recruit one of these. It's going to take 2 turns, but that's probably going to be where we end up getting our nature boosts from. And we'll just keep on. Do I want to go back and get anything else? I can get even more of these. Yeah, we run out of resources there. Let's do that. Actually, no, we'll keep them coming. Just leave that one there. Okay, so gold is now looking good. Back in through here, recruit units. Get another one of those this next turn. That's going to be good. Okay. So we'll end our turn there. A lot of battles being fought. That's interesting. Research and construction is completed. Great. That's the first construction. Then we have a proclamation from Maragon. So they've lost their prophet before. And battle in the Towers of Heaven. I'll just speed this one up. It shouldn't be too difficult for us. Let's check our fatigue. 93. Having this thing fight on its own does work out quite nicely. Okay. Not a problem. Now we've got the big army here ready to go. We've got the 2 commanders ready to roll. We've got a death mage. Again, I'm just going to put her into research. Still building the other location through there. Now I do need to get this unit here. Just keep on moving through. You can't move across to the area as such. I need to get some temples and things built in Oak Beach. Make that another castle as well. What else we got? What else we got? get ready for the assault over here now. Army setup. So now we're going to go and pick the Axemen and put them in with him. Now this one's actually got better leadership at 80. So he actually does have, we can do more with him. Let's go and get the Spearmen as their own group as well. Now we definitely want to have, for every one of these, we want 2 of these. So we've got 12 units, we've got 31 there, so we need 24 back there. That's about close enough, I guess. That leaves 10 through here, which we can then sort of pop in with that group there. So it's 71 coming up through this side. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll send in even these to go in with this group. They've got the extra morale. That's what's important here. I don't think that they have it with Tatterdemalion. No, they don't. So we're better off really boosting this one up in through this side. Yeah, Tony Frog saying Starcad can also lead troops in line formation. Yes, yeah, we've got the extra. It's just that extra 5. This one's got 75. This one does then take it up, so we can now go and start to put these across. So this is, I can do box there. Double line maybe for the Spearmen, do double line. Although if I just do a single line for these guys, that really is going to be what we need to sort of have. So let's just go with big line formation with, these are the Spearmen. This is going to stop the Knights. Then we have, these are then going to do the damage afterwards. So I'm going to keep them in a box so that they move a bit faster. So I've just got everything on hold and attack, which is fine. Stay behind troops. Actually, blessing's not going to help us anyway. It's a bit of morale anyway. I'll leave that one there. Then we have that one's still building. This one's going to be researching. Then we bring this one in as well, just to lend support with Tatterdemalion. Now Tatterdemalion and Starcat are going to have to be the ones that then end up doing the damage in here as well. So I'll have a quick look and see where you are. You can just stay in amongst this other commander as well. Okay, that should do us, I think. So we should now, this should be an interesting fight. Just keep on travelling through their territory until we sort of find where they are. We haven't searched here. Yeah, we've seen this one before. Oh no, we haven't. In Kudu soldiers, I don't know what they actually are. Springhawks, archers, militia, and archers are huge. Anunnaki of the Morning Star. So what would that be? This is a big. This must be level 3. No idea what that would be. Anyway, let's go to Great Woods. There's the Abyssians. Back over that side. Okay, so Thirsty Man saying, how does morale work in battle? I'll see if I can show that actually in this next battle. This next battle is going to be interesting, so we'll sort of see how we go with that one. This guy here is just a scout, so we'll move it down to here. I won't have it participate in the fight itself. Okay, everyone has now moved. Got this one coming next turn. Okay, so the morale, there'll be 2 different aspects to the morale that actually happens through here. And I'll try to, we should be able to see this actually happen in the actual game, like in the turns itself. All right, found 2 magic sites: Painted Cave and the Graveyard of the Damned. There we are. One of our crippled units died in the march. Okay, we've got 2 battles. So Sodorth. And so what we'll find is, I'll just let them sort of start the process. These knights, if you have a look at them, we'll watch what actually happens through here. Now, unfortunately, these guys have all put themselves in one little group. Instead of putting themselves in amongst the feet of the giants, they've actually put themselves into a single collective. So these have got 10 morale at this point in time. They do have a lance that's going to be sort of coming through. There's certain things that will impact morale, and it should show us, I think, over here. I don't know if it does. Maybe it doesn't. Now, we just smit one of those. Now, that's going to... might just put it to level 4, and then we can start to sort of see what actually happens through there. So I don't think we see the morale checks just yet, until they start to take more damage. When they've lost, like each of these is their own little group, and they do have to do morale checks when they take a certain amount of damage. They've gone after the giants. Now, what's the difference between us is we've got length 4 against length 3 with the lances. So the lances can't actually reach our giants. So they have to now break through the... they have to attack the lance. I'll just do it little bit by little bit. In fact, I might go to half speed. Just wait for it to sort of come. So we're preparing the smite. Light cavalry hit a Jotun Huskar with a ranged attack with a short bow, but did no damage. It sort of tells you there exactly what the rolls were. And we'll just wait until we sort of see a... here we go. We had a lot of things happening in one big go. If I just press the minus key, I can then start to sort of scroll through. So the heavy cavalry missed the Jotun spearmen. So the repel value of the spear, so 18 versus defense value 19. Attack roll 18 versus defense roll of 21. So we defended higher than the spear attacked. So the lance they attacked with didn't get through. So they missed. The heavy cavalry did hit the Jotun spearman in the body with a broadsword for 1 point of damage. So not sure exactly where this one actually is. It looks like it's in the middle through here. So it's I don't know if I think it gets to hit that way as well. Repel value was actually this is us through here. Repel value versus defense value 19. I think that's actually what they are doing. Hang on, let's have a look at this. If we look at the repel, yeah, so a unit with the longer weapon will repel the enemy when he tries to attack. So it's only the longer weapon that gets to do that one. Attack skill is used against the attacker's defense skill to determine whether repel is successful or not. The attack skill is used against the enemy defense skill. So this is so that the attacker attacking us, it's his defense skill that matters. If we have a bit of a look back at this one through here, their defense skill is 16. We're not seeing that though. Whereas our guys are only 8. Yeah, so the 8. So it is definitely going back the other way. So it's so these are rolls, I think. So we've I don't think we repelled properly there. Then the attack, then it was an attack of 18 versus a defense of 21 with the rolls. So that's why it basically didn't actually, the attack didn't go through. It wasn't repelled as such. If we just keep on coming forward. Okay, so this one here, repel versus defense. So we tried to repel, we rolled a 16 with one of them as well. So versus defense value of 20. So against the defense of this guy, they rolled a 20. So we didn't manage to repel that one. The attack roll was 18 versus a defense roll of 16. So they did get a hit. The damage roll was 16 plus 9 versus protection roll of 18 plus 6. So we took 1 point of damage against the Jotun spearman. So it was this guy here, I think. Nope. Hang on, which one was it? Maybe it was that one. Yeah, no, they're all 33. This one here did take, not that one there, this one here, did take the 1 point of damage from that particular attack. And so when we look at that one there, it's so it missed repelling. The attack it did get a hit. So the attack roll from will be one of these knights in through here. So they've got an attack skill of 10, plus then the actual, like there's a roll there for that one. So they've got a 10. We've got a versus our defense roll of 16. So this guy here has got a defense of 8. So we don't defend quite as well. Like there's a 2-point difference where they can do some damage to get and actually get a hit. Then we have the damage roll of 16 plus 9. So it's the 16 broadsword plus the 9 roll versus protection roll of 18, which is actually it looks like he tried to hit us on the helmet. That doesn't. Yeah, maybe I guess that they're about the same size. So the helmet looks like it's got the protection roll through there. It may be impacted somewhere else as well. Yeah. Anyway, we rolled a 6, so we didn't quite get what we needed through there. I don't think the overall protection we have is 19, but it does hit specific areas of the body. So anyway, we took one. The damage increased to 1 due to slash damage in through there. So if we continue on through, we then have a repel value of 12 versus defense value of 22. So we didn't get to repel that one either. But the attack roll versus defense roll, our defense roll there was extremely high. So as we just continue on through, we'll see even more of them coming through. Now that was a kill in through that side through there. If we just go back up again. Where was it? 15 points of damage. So you can see there's a lot going on. 17 points of damage in through there, 13 points of damage. So there's a lot of... So these attacks that came in through this side did do the damage hit into here. Killed off one of our giants. So, and if we go back, we can actually sort of see... We've got the Jotun Spearman from Jotunheim, which... it's still sort of showing that something happened, like it's still showing that it's still there at this point in time, but it has just been killed off. Now if I press, is it F3? Or there's a way of getting the log file for these guys. 3F2. I can't remember what it actually is. Hang on, if I just do this one here, show grid. Okay, so battle log level detail, and then I see let's scroll the battle log, unit overview. It's this one here, F1. If we have a bit of a look, we can then sort of see what's gone on exactly. So this is the guy that died. So the Jotun Spearman, we can actually see exactly what happened in through here as well. So he took, so he got hit in the body for 13 points of damage. They missed him at that stage. So he's been hit a lot just in the one turn. So that was, so it hit him in the body with the lance, missed him with the sword. It went with a hoof attack with 0 damage, but still actually did try to get past him. And then the next one hit him in the lance, in the arm with the lance for 17 points of damage, and he lost his arm. So, so again, that's just sort of what actually happened through there to get the 17. He then tried to hit him with a broadsword for 0 points of damage, and he did actually hit in the hooves for 8 points of damage and killed the target. So that's actually what happened to that particular giant through there. So it was a bit unlucky, really, everything that did actually go on with that particular unit. If we have a look at some of the others, like this one here, this Jotun Spearman, was hit in the arm with a lance, was hit in the body with a broadsword. The heavy cavalry missed with the hooves. So it has the 3 attacks, the lance, through here, 15 points of damage with it. The next one, like the other one, also riding against this one, did 15. So now got a permanent limp. Broadsword did 0, and the hooves did 0. So this one has taken a fair bit of damage. The guy that we saw, the 32, would be this one here, which again is just sort of covering what actually happened with the different attacks, with just that one little thing with the broadsword getting through. So anyway, it's pretty cool the way it does actually work. You know, you can see exactly what happened, even with units that are dead, as to how they actually do die. Anyway, let's continue on. Now that they've done the initial thing with the lance, they don't get to use that. It's only in the charge that they get to use the lance. And so now what we'll find is that we're now just looking at the attacks coming through. So heavy cavalry missed. We still get the repel value, but it's now just using its its sword and hooves. Essentially, is all we'll sort of start to see coming through with these guys. So let's just see what happens in through there. We won't see lances anymore. Still taking some damage. This guy here has got the limp, down to 3 hit points. This is the one that got hit hard before. He's been hit a few times each time. But anyway, it was these guys are built for taking on these knights. But the knights, like if we are losing a few units in here now, you have to be a bit careful. We'll just put it up to normal speed again. Anyway, a lot goes on. It's easier just to see number 3. You get to sort of see stuff happening. Yeah, we're still losing giants to these cavalry. Now we got them. Now we got them. Okay, that'll do. Now we've only got the one commander over there. Where's the other commander? There he is. Oh no, that's a different one again. It's got a limp as well. There he is. He's got his liquid body on. His attack skill is terrible with that thing on. I don't know if it's worth having. He's not going to get in the fights though, I guess. Anyway, that's pretty much all going to be over. So we did lose 5 of the Vates and 2 of our Jotun spearmen, so that's not too bad against quite a force there actually. Then we have the battle in Lupia. I did not see any morale rolls. No, actually, I've meant to show that. Where that? Actually, I'll go back and play that again. We'll see the morale in here. I'll just push this to number 4. I don't know if we get to see the morale rolls as such, because this one will be destroying this guy here, I would think. What have we got there? Just a, yeah, that's a leader as well. Oh, he went to the wrong spot. Just wait until he does his breath. They should be starting to, the morale should be taking hits now. Like these guys have got very, very low morale anyway. I'm not seeing any morale rolls over here. Surely that's got to now start to do it. Here we go. Morale negated, repel. Morale roll 52 versus repel roll 20. Does that mean that they've... No, still, their morale is going backwards. If we just go back up... So Dracula hit Jaguar Tribe Warrior in the body for 18 points of damage and killed the target. So attacks with a tail sweep. Morale, yeah, okay. Sorry, this is actually just they're panicking through here. It's still not an actual morale roll as such. That's doing this as part of the actual attack itself. I don't know if there's actually morale rolls. As like I'm not seeing them until now. Oh, there's one. I think that's just they're panicking basically if they're trying to defend against this guy. Here they go. They've just gone. Like these guys are now running. The morale just dropped, but I didn't see it up in here. I'll just go back up a little bit further. Yeah, no, we've already seen all that. These guys are still in it. We'll just see if when these start to turn tail. They will be doing morale checks because they've lost now. So many of their friends are running away. When it's their turn to act, perhaps they're still firing away. They're still okay, even with the very, very poor morale. They just started retreating, but so they've now lost morale. Actually, no, they're still okay. Sorry, they're the ones who have retreated. These guys are just coming back into attack, so they're still actually attacking. Where is he? Oh, he's way over here. Okay. This should be enough. Yep, target was then killed. That's the priest. Their morale has still not been checked. How are we going damage-wise? Yeah, no, we're doing fine. Yeah, this should drop pretty much as soon as it hits. That one's got morale of 10. These guys are still all actually in the fight. Let's just see if we can spot when it actually does turn. Got 154 for ourselves. Now they've gone. Yeah, the morale just dropped right then. But when did that happen? So they're still attacking him at that stage. Then all of a sudden, it just we're not seeing it actually happen in the list there. Draculid hit it would have been here. Draculid hit the tribe in the arm with the bite, lost an arm. Damage roll, damage increased due to slash damage. And then hit this one, the target was then killed. So there would have been a morale roll in there somewhere. I'm just not sure exactly when, but that's where it would have been. Tail sweep, 0 points of damage. But at that stage, they've now all had enough. Their morale has now completely collapsed. So they're now running. So anyway, it didn't show it where that actually happened, but that was the fear factor from this guy would have caused all of that. So that would have been just a roll there somewhere. Okay, Thirstyman saying the thing that destroys my immersion with this game is the absolutely tiny number of units in armies. Like 40 guys is not even a platoon, never mind an army. I could get it if they were bases like Field of Glory, I think you mean. But single figures represent a single guy. Seems like really tiny battles. When you think a base in Field of Glory represents 60 guys, which I can imagine is a real battle. The thing is, though, this if in the ancient times, like you did have big armies, but you also had like a group of you think of like the actual forces that fought for the Vikings. They were just handfuls of men. They weren't big. They weren't massive groups. It was only the big armies that sort of came afterwards. I don't know. Like I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. Any sort of tribal battles as well. Like the tribes when they fight each other tend not to have massive numbers. So you start saying, I mean, most maps barely have 500,000 population in them. Yeah. No, it is small. That's I don't mind it. Anyway, that's we've done that one there. Unfortunately, I thought it did show that the morale checks, but it doesn't actually show that. So we've killed off a fair few of those. Construction of the giant fortress in Marcus now complete, and the giant palisades in Bell is completed. There's even more treasury that we now get, so we want to keep on doing this. Can we build... Yeah, we can build a giant castle there. Okay, do that. And you can build a giant fortress. I've got him there just to start to go through and have a bit of a look at Ermor. There's Ermor itself right there. This river is probably going to have to be the border, I think. It's not a bad border between the territories. Yeah, it'll sneak down and have a bit of a look around their areas. You know, my main guy is not going to be fantastic at taking them on. I think we now go after this. With this group, everything looked pretty good from what we actually had. The one thing I don't like is this thing on him. It does weaken him. You know, I think the weakness we get is not worth. It's not worth, you know, the protection that he gets. All right. So we've got that one now. Has got the painted cave where we get 1 astral pearl, and we have graveyard getting another 2 death. So we're getting a lot of death gems. We're picking up a lot in what we're actually doing through here. Let's just move down this way. And Swamp of Forgetting. So Pangaea has really gone quite a distance out. Monolith. Okay. So Jaguar tribe warriors. We'll just keep on going down this way. That's only a level 2 throne by the looks of things. I will keep on going across. We'll go through the caves. Here we go. Now we've got our Death 3, Nature 2. So have we got Forge Magic items? I can get the lesser magic items now. So we'll go with actually the Thorn Staff is still not what we want. Where is it? Where's the Thistle Mace? I thought the Thistle Mace was something we could get at level 2. Mistletoe Garland gives luck. That would actually be okay for our main commander. And we also have the Ivy Crown, Awakened Vine Men, Forest Survival, Nature Magic. Yeah, this was something that we could grab as well. This is a crown. It's not actually a helmet, so we can wear the helmets. What else do we have? Imp Familiar, Research +3. We don't need that. There we go. The Enormous Cauldron of Broth. We need to be level 3. That's why I need to have the Thistle Mace. So maybe it's the next level. Maybe it's the next group that we can actually then start to get the Cat Charm Defense Skill +4. That's good for us. That's good for our commander. Bark Skin. More susceptible to fire. I won't do that. Handful of Acorns. So Magic Command 1. Magic Retinue 3 Vine Men. Effigy of War. Yeah, we don't need to be pretending what we're seeing. And then we have the Champion Skull. Again, I don't really need that either. Well, I'm thinking that the Defense +4 would be useful for our main guy, just getting a little bit more dodge. Now that's a Nature 2, so I might get that one. Actually, what else was there? Forge Magic item. We had the Ring of the Warrior. We have Morale, which we don't need. Poison Touch. We don't need that either. Yeah, we don't need that either. Yep, okay, so I'll grab one of those. And I'll just get one of the others to build something else as well. This one here. Forge magic items. I think the Ivy Crown. Awaken Vinemen bonus 1. It's not going to help us much, is it really? The luck, I think, will... Like, we're going to be hit so much anyway. The luck just takes 1 damage away. One hit. Is lucky just a one-shot status? Yes, it is. It's just the first hit, and we're going to be hit a lot. So it's not really worth it for that commander. It's fine if you've got like a low-level unit. I can't use the others at all. The other things aren't going to help us at all. I wonder where the Thistle Mace is. I thought it was in the lesser magic items. Okay, well, in that case, what else have we got? They've got the Bark Skin Amulet. That's going to give us Bark Skin, which will give us extra protection. Okay, Bark Skin increases a unit's natural protection by 1 or up to protection 10, whichever is greater. Bark Skin also gives a minor vulnerability to fire. If we have a look at that, let's have a look at the actual unit itself. Where is he? So Tony Frog's saying, I think you mix Twist Fate spell with luck in whole battle and outside also. Yeah, actually no, Twist Fate's the one attack. So maybe luck is okay. Yeah, so Canton is then saying, yeah, Twist Fate blocks 1 hit. Luck gives 75% chance to negate lethal hits. Ah, okay, well then that probably is actually, it's pretty useful. They only got the 2 slots plus the crown for him. Now, what else was there? We were just going to check something else. Yeah, he's got fairly high natural protection anyway. I think getting the cat charm is going to be of great value. Yeah, let's go and get the luck charm as well in that case. So we'll just go back up to, where was it? This one in here. It's the Bark Skin. Where's our luck? I'm not seeing it there. Actually, it must have been the other one that was that actually had the access to it. And I'm thinking that probably just the Ivy Crown, the Mistletoe. Actually, that's got the luck. There it is, Mistletoe Garland. All right, we'll grab that. So we'll get that one there. So that can build that one. And that then just means that we've got the cat charm in through there, forge magic item. It's only nature level 1. 3 vine men. Aid the owner in battle. Why not? Let's just go and grab one of those. I think it's not going to matter that much. So we've got the cat charm being built there. You can go and just forge another magic item. There's nothing else that's going to really come through this side. Yep, no, that's all fine. All right, that'll do. Okay, then we can sort of deck that one out. So what we'll do is we need to go back and build a... I'm going to move him... I was moving that one down into there. I could just go back to there, build a lab, so at least we've got the lab there. So I'll waste a turn with this. We'll do that one there. Crown of Command, 2 Astral would be good when you need to bring your armies together with the dragon. I'm not going to be doing that. The dragon does too much damage. It's only undead armies that I'm going to be using the dragon for. He's going to be fighting on his own for the whole game. He does too much damage with his that breath attack. I don't want to risk it with my giants. Move that one up. Yep, they're all moving in. Okay, well, that's got them there. We've got a lot of money in here. Got a city that we want to be building there. sorry, we're building that one up. We'll eventually go and get this one built up in through here. We do want Troll Peaks to be a city for us, like a fortress. We're going to have one here, then one over in one of these two, ultimately. Okay, so we'll just keep on moving back up through this side. We've got recruit units. I might grab another one of these. Yeah, we'll just keep on getting a few more of these. Okay. Okay, that's all done. Everyone's doing what they have to do. That one's building away. That one's moving down. Okay, we'll end our turn there. In fact, I'm gonna wind up now, guys. What I'll do is I'll end this turn and then we'll call it quits here. I'll just get started with building the lab. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so research and construction is now completed. Okay, that takes us to level 3. And I'll leave this for next turn to figure out what we then go after once we get to level 4. Level 4 is where I need to be pretty much. Okay, here we go. So we're 1 year in. We've just played in 1 year. We've done super well for 1 year of expansion. So that was good. So Navthur did not find any suitable blood slaves in the Ironwood Forest. Who's that? That's the mad guy. Okay, so he was looking for blood slaves. He's just doing his own thing. So we have battle in Ankara. Just view the battle. This will be interesting. So who have we got? We've got some mages. What sort of mages are they? Wizards. Just normal old wizards. Body ethereal. Oh, I should have just gone on the attack. Here they come. We need to turn this one fairly fast. Okay, there's a bit of undead coming. Yep, we're killing off the others in the middle. That's good. This is causing us a bit of damage at the back here. This will be a hard fight. Come on, come on. Break through quickly, guys. This thing's not diminishing at all. It's causing us troubles. Good, we're through there. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. I think we can start to get our shapeshifter giants now too, with the amount of gold that we're picking up. Here we go. It's the body ethereal is gonna damage us a little bit through here. Okay, we've got another mage that's now wandered up this side. Another wizard. Feeble-minded. That's why he's moving up. These are now exhausted, so we're not going to see much more damage there. We're going to be able to destroy these. They're trying to run off. Got another wizard in through there as well. Yeah, they had some pretty good guys in here. I've taken some damage, but that's fine. Come on, giants, kill them. Let's use that. Smoke warrior. trying to run away now. Okay, well, we got there in the end. That was expensive though. Lost nearly all of our Vates. Lost a lot of our Jotun Spearmen. It's worth it though for this location. Do you have retreat details? Total 1 unit dispersed and retreated on their own but didn't make it back. I don't know who that one was. We'll leave that one there. Then we see a battle in Oaklands. So Pangaea is attacking. So they've got the snakes, horned serpents, plus their satyrs. So Pangaea is expanding fairly aggressively. Now, if we come up against them, we are going to need to have bodyguards, and I will need to have the. These have got lances, bronze lances at length 4, so I will need to have some spearmen protecting the commanders. Yep, so they're going to win that one. Okay, Unrest went up, unfortunately, and Mountains of Mist, Nature Gems, plus 15, so we've got heaps of those. What the hell is that? Don't know what that is there. That indicator. Pranda. That's now we just had read the messages. What actually happened there? Okay, looks like we have to investigate something in through that side. Okay, that's a quest. All right, we can have a quest there. Okay, so we've now got a few things that are happening this side. Back in here, I'm just going to go and tell this one to construct a lab. That way we can start to get more magic from back in through this side. This one here is going to construct a temple. So we're building everything up at this location. Over through here, we will... Actually, which throne is this? The Iron Throne. So we can get we get 100 resources from here. Enables recruitment of the Adept of the Iron Order. So this one will then give us Earth 2, Astral 2, plus another chance of getting some of those as well. These are old. They're good researchers. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, so that's cool. We'll grab that. So we'll claim the Throne of Ascension, and we'll get you to start to construct another Palisades. Move you up then to take that one on. So what have we got? So Istar saying 10 gold per research point for them. Okay. Now that'll be good, and also just rounding out what else we sort of see would be good as well. Okay, so then Oaklands is where they attacked in through this side, and we were on our way across to Nightmarsh to sort of see what the last of the thrones actually is over here. So they've got the border there, Yellow Cave up through this side. We'll just move this one over, and Trudgelma back in through this side in here. Just want to just keep on focusing in around Ermor itself, just see what we can sort of spot. But we are going to have to wipe Ermor out. Certainly got to stop them from getting close to our territories. So you start saying better than the Gaijins, not taking into account the wage costs. Yeah, no, they'll be good. They will be good. It's more, I was just hoping to get that Nature 2 mage, but that's just not going to happen now. So we'll just go and just do research. Got any ritual spells that are worth doing? Got the Jotun Wolf. Yeah, won't worry about those either. Revenant Commander. That might be... Let's just go and grab that, I think. We'll just go and pick up one of those for now, and just that way we're going to have like an undead commander that we can move around as well. That one will then work in well with the Dracolic, if we can start to build up a bit of a death squad. In fact, let's get 2 of them. research is now construction is complete. So next is construction 4. I'll just play one more turn, and then I'll call it quits. I do need to get a commander down into here as well. Now, where's our site searcher? I might even start to send some of these out to look for other things. And recruiting units, we get that one next turn. Just get some more spearmen. All right, see what actually happens. He started saying the Geiger was 12.7 gold per research point. Okay, we've claimed the Iron Throne. So that's the first of the thrones to be claimed. We've created a Revenant. It's got 2 of them. Found a magic site in the Mountain of Mist, the Labyrinth of Skulls. It's even more death. Unexpected event has occurred in Pranda. Sea dogs are attacking the coastal settlements, lead to their frenzied hunt by a proud Ichthy centaur. It's a battle in Pranda, so these are now attacking the province defence. And we're not going to be able to hold up against this. Just go fast. What do these have? Animal. Bit hard to tell. I'll just go to the one that hasn't been... Yeah, they're not very strong. Giant will probably take a few of them out. No. No, not quite. Oh, we killed off 5. Okay, so back in here now. Now we have to clear this out. Search for magic sites in through there. You move across to there. This one here, I'm going to start to change where these things actually are. Now, we need to have strong defense in this side. So go to, say, 15 or so, maybe even 20. All right, so we've got those just to defend this location. We've got a whole lot of barbarians there. Okay, huge monolith, blowpipes and watchers. I want to go this way, which means I'm probably going to have to go to war here. So I may bring back the Dasilic back the other way. So if we go back across, deck it out with everything that it needs. So it's now fully decked out with everything. It can take this one back on its own. So it can go that way. Is that another one of the same? This one's got a high blood one, the other one. Research, yep, still waiting to get to the other one. I'll just go and there's nothing else there really. Nothing there for us. Okay, just get them researching for now. Oh, he's wandered into the capital. Oh no, this is our Revenant. This is our Revenant. So he does a little bit of research ability. He's not going to be all that good at anything. But massive undead leadership here. So I'm probably going to use these ultimately in with the other commander. But I might just... I'll just look at cast ritual spell. We've got reanimation. Yeah, let's go and we've got Revive King. That's for another commander. I think we'll just go reanimation here. You can move across, and then we can just get two of them sort of working together. Get you back on research again. Back in through here, we're still building away. We now have the temple. I'm going to move. I would have liked to have taken this one, but I think that Lupia is going to be the more important place to build things up. So I'm going to move Annie down through this side, and this group in through here. Should be able to take that on, even after all those losses. I don't think we're going to get into here as easily as we think. Let's go into the middle. Just start to sort of protect ourselves a little bit in through this side. And you can just finish off the fort construction. I'll keep that one there. Just go Shift W. So hide and wait. And there's Pangaea there. Okay, so we've now found Pangaea. Just do a bit of scouting around. To see how big Ermor actually is. I would like to kill Ermor off. So I probably won't focus too much on what we have up this side. Actually, one thing I do need to do is bring up another magic user. Use one of these. Can't get there in one. Oh, I can get there in one. They move pretty fast. Okay, so we'll take that one up there. And I do need to get a temple in here as well. Recruit units. Which one was it? It's this one here, I think. 80. Yeah, I'll grab another two of those. Okay, that's all done. So I will call it quits here, guys. I'll leave it here with everything sort of ready to just end the turn, next turn, and then we can start to sort of move on up against Pangaea. So I think I'll actually move against Pangaea first because they're so close to where we are. If I can take them out away from these zones, then that will give me basically 3 thrones that I can then control fairly easily. Anyway, leave it there, and I'll catch you next time.